What'd you say? I don't know what that was.
Live.
Happy Thanksgiving week! Wow, round of applause for making it this far, everyone. 2024 is almost over.
It's almost Christmas.
This is crazy. It's almost
What did he
Christmas.
say?
My God, and it's here.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, do it, do it.
Well,
Oh my God!
oh my God!
Yay.
Well, we're
I
having
make no
fun.
apologies.
We're having fun with soundboards here at Homebrew Advantage. That's what I'm thankful for as a DM who tries to herd these cats. So, okay. Well, welcome to session 10. We have made it to double digits of our Zholmyr Unbridled campaign. What?
Wow. Wow.
Super crazy, super exciting. We're gearing up to get ready for the holidays ourselves. This is potentially our last session before the end of the year. Maybe, hopefully, we'll get one more in to kind of wrap up this first piece of our story here. But for now, we are excited to be here tonight with y'all. So pull up a seat at our table as we keep the story going.
Don't tell me what to do.
But you're already in it, man. You can't get out now. Let's talk about what happened last time. We were here, shall we?
Oh, you want to talk about?
The execution.
Oh
Well,
my goodness.
Last session we opened with the party in a remote dragonborn village where they were being besieged by a young white dragon.
Fuck that dragon.
But they were helped by their mysterious new companion Kiva. And after a vicious battle where poor Elaine was hit by a full-on blast
So
of
much cold damage.
cold dragon breath.
Oh, it was so bad.
Just a
The
flesh
party-
wound.
Just a flesh wound.
You don't even have flesh.
Yep.
After the battle, the party was able to sit down and chat a little bit more with Kiva, where they got a bit more clarity about just what exactly waits for them on top of the mountain. Kiva and Valterra shared a deep conversation about the power of Crux and its relationship with the world, in which Kiva mentioned that the harmony of the quintessence, the mysterious source of Crux energy, seems to be fading or changing, and some sort of dissonant corruption of its power seems to be taking hold, which she believes to be the result of the uptick in Crux harvesting across the world. She also mentions that the Circle had come to these mountains to hunt for the seat of the Celestials, ancient beings, and one of the 3 steward races, alleged to be the very first races to ever live on Zholmyr. It is believed that these 3 races, the Celestials, the Fae, and the Nereids, were granted immense power over the workings of the natural world, which was stored in their seats of power, potentially gifts from the beings who created Zholmyr itself. The Circle has found the seat of the Celestials and unleashed some kind of chaos, and Kiva worries that in addition to the havoc they would continue to wreak if they return to the seat, that they are on their way to finding the other seats as well. And so with that, we ended with the party back at their camp for the night, where they engaged in some more philosophical debates. Some backstories came a little bit more into the light. And the group braces for the final leg of their journey. Some notable parts from that night. Vol shares some knowledge with Valterra, including the fact that the quintessence may not have always existed on Zholmyr. And Violet hears a voice calling to her from the darkness of the cold mountain night.
Definitely not a bad thing.
No,
Totally fine.
Never been a bad thing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But with that, we now return to the party where they are waking up from a long rest, where one of our party members, Violet, is feeling a little sluggish this morning. And so with that, we will head back to our high elevation camp high up in the Zholymr Mountains in the northwest part of the continent. And the party
So snowy.
Does the wind ever stop here, Niall?
No.
No, I mean, like, listen, I'm an ice ganassi, so it's like, I mean, it's
Oh,
got kind
rub
of
it
used to
in.
it. But, no, I mean, like, listen, if you're gonna, like, climb up into the mountains, it's gonna be windy. You know, it, like, comes with the space.
Wind and truth.
What?
Nicely done. He's just quoting books now.
The new book that's coming out.
Yeah. Thanks, Brandon.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, Mel doesn't know the book, so he goes, what?
What? What? Vol's on the back of his head like, I haven't read that one yet. I would like to search the village and see if I can find a bow and arrows.
So last time you guys did search the village for pretty much everything you could find.
Okay, so no bows and
there's really
arrows.
not much. No, there's really not much left.
I want to search
Wait.
faster than Jasper does and see if I can find bow and arrow first.
Right.
Ooh.
Rude.
Well, okay. I mean, to be fair,
It's like Guys Grocery
you weren't
Games.
searching for a bow and arrow last time. You were searching for medical supplies and food. So let's say if you want to search for a bow and
Yes, I
arrow,
would.
you can.
And remind me, we found 0 healing potions. We just
Well,
found
actually-
tonics and herbs.
Did y'all continue the hike, or were you sleeping in the? You were sleeping in the Dragonborn village, right?
We were sleeping in the Dragonborn
We were-
village.
Okay.
Village.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
ended in Vel had just made us all breakfast, and then we were prepping to head out.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it was a breakfast, let me
Yeah,
tell
did
you.
you roll a
It
natural
was-
20?
It was
I
a
did.
breakfast.
Yeah,
I
it was
only won in this like entire campaign.
Oh god.
almost got rid of my point of exhaustion.
Yeah, but not quite. Okay, so yeah, I will say. I mean, this is not a big camp. Searching it is not particularly difficult or time-consuming. You do find that one of the kind of lean-to structures does have a few simple longbows
Yes.
and a quiver of arrows.
I'll take it.
It's yours.
I make a respectful motion to the dead and be like, "Thank you. Don't need this you guys don't need this anymore."
They say, "Oh no, that's fine. You can have it. You're welcome." No, that's fine. You're gonna do.
Dang.
It's gonna be much better. No,
Roll initiative, they're undead. We have to kill them.
thank God we don't have a cleric in
It was
the
a
party,
secret
am I
item.
right?
Pain.
Oh, right.
Oh, bow and arrow.
He was,
Oh, we don't have cleric in
Pain.
the party, guys. Yikes.
no, we don't. But
Nope.
I thought
No one
he
has
was-
healing.
Might be barbarian.
We have.
Elaine's the
Yeah.
closest
Maybe,
thing. Yeah,
I-
Elaine's the closest thing to it.
Yep. The one person who
Lena's the
can
closest.
the one person who can heal is the one person who is most likely to go down. So
Right.
Because
I thought maybe-
have no healing potions. So
Yeah, no, I have none either.
This
But maybe
gonna
is
be-
Kiva like barbarian cleric? You know, is she multi-classing? Those two things that make a lot of sense together. Yeah.
is Kiva a barbarian?
yes, she went into a
Yeah.
rage.
She raged, but then she also did something to Elaine to like wake her up.
She popped me back up.
Mm,
But she's
okay.
a mystic rift walker with
Thank
the
you, Bob.
quintessence.
Not a rift walker.
Yeah,
She hates
you a
rift
cleric by any
walkers.
chance?
What is that?
Is it hey Kiva? You a cleric by any chance?
Not in the traditional way that you people consider your figures of worship.
Kiva's
I
not a cleric,
worship-
guys. I'm screwed.
She's like starting this whole monologue. She's like, "I worship the crux and the energy of the." And Vel's like walking away. He's like, "No, that's not what I'm looking for."
Yeah. Yeah.
All good.
Thank you, though.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just stuffing
Yeah,
my face with this breakfast.
The
Okay, so how far are we from the peak here?
Well, we've been hiking for a few days now, so I would say probably about. It depends. If we go at like a really fast speed, we could probably make it in a day.
Okay, what is a really fast speed for you? Because it's not what's really fast for me.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, how I could probably make it so if I'm laying the trail down for y'all, it's not gonna feel too different than kind of just like a normal strenuous hike for you guys.
I'm in.
You say that like I
That-
have those often.
Okay,
Niall.
are we talking moderate or difficult on all trails?
Well, because you're with Nile, it's not difficult terrain. It's all you're not slowed in your.
Okay.
Oh.
I was more making a joke about the All Trails app, but that's fine.
I
I
don't.
also think Davina is less concerned with how fast we go and more concerned with how much effort she has to spend.
Thank you, Val. You get it.
Oh, what? Wait, what? I missed the last thing that you said, Val.
What about this? What if for the next 4 hours? Oh wait, no, I can't bring you with me into the. Never mind, I can't help you right now.
Oh, I'm
You're
gonna
gonna make
slow
someone
everything
carry the
down.
vessel.
I'm gonna bring her into the vessel and just like put the vessel in like Jasper's bag.
I can carry Davina, worst case scenario.
No. No one needs to carry me. I'll be fine. I just
Davina, you're a
wanna know.
weakling.
Whoa.
No, I think a day's time is
I'll
reasonable.
No, yeah, that is uncalled for.
Damn.
I think it's best if we get to the peak as quickly as possible. Whatever that entails.
Davina,
Agreed.
you got this. Yeah.
But no, yeah,
Putting on my
Davina,
shoes.
you'll be
Get ready to go.
you'll be fine. And
Well, I've already made it this far. We can make it the rest. I'll be damned if I don't get there at this point.
Well,
Val, you know what? I was gonna say, Val, you know what would really help her? Your ring of warmth.
Oh my god. I have this fur coat. I'm fine.
She's got the fur coat. She's fine.
it's a ring of warmth, not a ring of can hike better.
But if she's
I don't know if you're making fun of me or Sal at this point. I'm kind of offended on both accounts.
oh my God, the power of this ring is strengthening my quads and hammies. This is crazy.
this is incredible. I'm so much stronger. Steroids.
No. I'll be fine. Let's get a move on instead of discussing this for another 20 minutes.
Do not underestimate her. Looking at you, Jasper.
Oh, I don't underestimate her. I know how capable she is. It's just I also know what she is and isn't the most capable at.
Well, then keep.
I wouldn't try to think that I could talk good to people.
I don't
That's
see
true.
why.
Mm.
And I am under no illusion that I don't hike mountains very often.
See?
Or am I very good at it? See? We all know our place.
We know our places. Mine's not talking to people.
Thank God.
Mhm.
All right.
Niles kind
Let's
of
get
just
out of
like,
here.
well, on that note, we can definitely get moving. Now, there's one thing I did want to point out.
Oh my god.
Well, so the group that I was here with before, which I now know to be the Circle, they wouldn't let me come with them all the way up to the peak, so I only went a little bit farther than the Dragonborn village. But I'm still sure that I mean it's the top of the mountain. Like you just keep going up, you know.
He's right. That's true. That's how you get to the
Yeah,
top.
I mean, we don't really have a choice here. But Niall, are you saying that you may not be able to find the right path up, or that, what are you implying? Just give it to us straight.
Yeah, no, I'm more just saying, like I don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
this isn't where I haven't gone up this far. Like, this is definitely not something you do on your own. You know what I mean? And like, this was the first group that ever wanted to go all the way to the summit. So, ipso facto, I haven't been to the summit. I don't think anyone
Okay.
have, if anyone.
There's a first time for everything now.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, we did fight a dragon yesterday, so it can't be worse than that.
We did fight a dragon yesterday.
Don't say those things.
Yeah, I would like to point out it could 100% be worse than that. Like, there's almost infinite
Especially when
possibilities
Mel
that could in
said it.
fact be worse than that.
I was just saying that to try to make Niall feel better, so I'm looking at all of you.
Yeah,
Niall's
I think we could be realistic. it could for sure be worse than that.
What
be
little
very
color
important.
exists in Niall's ice ganassi face like drains out, and he's kind of like,
Also, like on a scale of
Well-
1 to bad dragons, that was the best dragon for Niall to face.
Yeah.
do you think?
Niall, it's gonna be.
Look
gonna
at
be
me,
okay, Niall.
I am gonna give you a little boost, and I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna wave some red magic flare from my metal arm, and I'm gonna pretend to inspire him with bardic inspiration, but I'm not actually gonna do it.
See, perfect.
You're gonna Felix Felicis like Harry and Ron right now.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Like, this is gonna help you so much when we get to the top of the mountain. Anything we face, you can handle.
He steals himself and puts on this whole fucking charade. Like he just turned a new leaf and became a new person. He was like,
I'm gonna feed it. Can you feel that, Niall? Can you feel it? Can you feel the magic?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got this?
I got this.
Yeah, you can do it?
I could do this.
Can
Yeah, you can take on
feel it.
anything?
I could fight.
You can do
I can
anything.
fight a whole dragon.
Yes.
Say it louder, Niall. Say it louder.
Say it with the chest.
He turns to the mountainside and he said, "Any dragons that want to face me, I am Niall Arison, and I am ready to take you on."
Whoa. Maybe not invite
Whoa.
the
Slow-
dragons, but
slow
you're
down,
ready.
slow down.
You're ready. I then turn around and give you a wink, Davina, to be like,
As he's yelling at the mountain, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and just tap him on the shoulder.
I thought you were gonna chop him on the butt.
Taunt the booty.
Give him a slap.
Oh, booty tap. Yeah.
Jumps like 10 feet in the air.
All right, looks like we're good to go. Let's head up.
Oh,
Kiva, who at this point has kind of just been laying back and gathering some of her few belongings, kind of just like watches this whole escapade, solemn face, and just when the call goes out to move forward, she just begins to march.
I guess I'll follow her. Is she following Niall or is she just going?
No, she's following now. Niall has since set out as well, and she's following behind.
Alright.
Okay.
So, and then Niall begins the trek now. You are now starting to move above the tree line. You had previously been. You had already kind of gone away from like the forest and the trees. There were a lot of more those kind of smaller shrubs that grow at higher elevations. But as the first few hours that you're hiking, the elevation is high. It's steep. And all the plant life has essentially disappeared. You are extremely high up. You are also starting to feel it just even in how you walk. With each step, it's taking a little bit of an extra breath. You feel yourself breathing a little bit deeper to try to get that full sensation in your lungs, for those of you who have lungs. But you continue to walk. Niall and Kiva definitely are walking in a bit more of silence again because of the physical exertion that it's taking to actually hike. Does not leave much energy for stuff like kind of chit chat and chatter on their end. But yeah, I'll ask somebody to roll a d20 for me.
May
Give me
I
any-
volunteer?
I shouldn't do it.
I'll do it.
No, I shouldn't do it. Because there'd be a
6.
disadvantage. Oh,
That doesn't
yikes.
sound good.
It's not a skill check. It's just rolling a d20, so you would not have disadvantage, Violet. But good looking out.
Michael rolled a 6 for us, so
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Michael.
we're doing well.
We find 10,000 platinum.
Whoa! We're rich. We retire.
Oh,
Campaign
I'm gonna
ends.
retire and build a coffee shop.
Oh,
And then we do
Legends and Lattes is so fucking
Legends
good.
Lattes. My
So
heart.
good.
Okay. You continue to hike. Your vision starts to be obscured by the just white curtain of snow and wind in front of you. It's getting to be pretty difficult. Jasper, as you continue to climb with the rest of the group, you start to see these little. I'm trying to think of the best word to describe it. Out of the corner of your eye, these very tiny, bright little flashes of blue. And you kind of stop for a second and you actually look around you and you realize that within the snow, the individual flakes that are coming down have gone from just that kind of opalescent shimmer that snow naturally has to something a little bit brighter. There seems to be flashes of real blue light that just kind of dance amongst all of the snowflakes that whip through the air. And you realize it first, but eventually others also start to notice the same phenomena.
I try and catch one on my tongue.
You want to catch a snowflake on your tongue?
Yeah.
Okay. You open your mouth. It's a blast of flame. There's more than one. You definitely catch a few on your tongue. And the sensation that you feel, in addition to the cool sting of the ice on your tongue, you're also feeling a warmth, a sizzle, a pop, this sort of like, almost like a tiny little spark that has like a shock, like when you get like a static shock. That kind of.
Do I like it?
I don't know. Are you into that?
Like, separate from Jasper, if I were to notice this, I would probably take out my packed weapon and just kind of like wave it gently, like through the air, trace a line.
Yes. As your weapon moves through the air, you ever seen those videos of those beaches that have the bioluminescent plankton? And when you move your arm or your leg or your foot through the water, there's this trail of light that follows. You are creating the same effect as you move your packed blade through the air.
Pretty.
Violet is using her hand to try and touch the energy or whatever it is.
Yeah, you definitely feel some of those same little crackles and pops, but you notice it does not have the same effect. Moving your hand does not have the same effect that Velterra's packed weapon has.
Can I, as we're walking, can I ritual cast Identify on the snowflake? Is it like if I had some in my hand or something?
Sure. Let's double check that Identify spell.
And when I see this, I'm going to do my psychic whispers with Niall for 4 hours and just be like, Niall, is this something you've seen before?
Oh, this is kind of interesting. I haven't seen snow do this. Like, I know snow pretty well, and I haven't seen shiny snow.
Is this like anything I've ever seen in the wilds?
It is not anything that you have. Not like this. You haven't. Well, okay. Give me probably a nature check from you.
Okay.
And Davina, in terms of your Identify, this is not a magic imbued thing. Like, there's no spell that's being cast
Okay.
to cause this. It's not magic in the sense of like the schools of magic that Identify is designed to identify.
Only a 9 on the nature check.
Yeah, I mean it's nothing. It's nothing you've seen before. It's really hard for you to say exactly what this is. The only thing you can kind of think of is like that blue color stands out to you a little bit.
Kiva.
Yes.
You ever seen anything like this before?
Not specifically. No.
It feels familiar, doesn't it?
It does. I can only venture a guess as to what exactly this might be,
I'd love to hear it.
but it seems that the energy of the quintessence is much stronger here. It is overflowing into our material world in a way that it doesn't in other parts. I've only seen instances that remind me of this in a few places across Zholmyr. I wonder if it has anything to do with the seat.
Have you been to other seats or no? Right, we've never found them.
No, the people of my order, some hold on to that knowledge, the Cardinal. I have not been. It has not been deemed necessary for me to know that information.
I have a feeling if we did make it to the other seats, we'd see something similar.
It is quite curious.
It's beautiful.
Valterra, you also notice there is an itch, a tingle that accompanies anytime Vol kind of makes his presence known to you. You're starting to feel traces of that itch, even though he remains silent.
I'll just kind of tilt my head. What's up, buddy?
Oh, nothing. I'm enjoying the fun new place.
What do you think of all this? Can you feel it?
Oh, yes. It's like. Well, I don't know what it's like. I don't have much to compare it to, but it
Like reading
feels.
Like reading 100 new books all at the same time?
Yes! Like reading 100 new books at the same time, like seeing 100 new things all at the same time. I
know what you mean.
feel. He kind of like stops and pauses as he thinks of the word, and he goes, alive. I feel alive.
Hmm.
I think we may have to bring you to more of these places.
I would very much enjoy that.
Do I have a way to do it? I don't think I do. Yeah, okay. I'll just keep walking for now.
Okay.
Can I try to catch up to Vel? I'm gonna like huff up to him.
Put
I'm
those
gonna
heels
keep
to work, girl.
And I'm just gonna make sure that we're like spaced out enough and keep my voice down like under the wind, so it's just the two of us. And I was to say, Vel, I'm a little worried about going into this cathedral with this, or whatever, this chapel, whatever this place is with this feather. I don't think we should bring part of a celestial back into their home if we intend to keep it.
I don't think that we have it anyway, but I see what you're saying. It started here, though, didn't it? This is where they got it from?
Supposedly, and Niall nicked it from a circle group that came down from the mountain.
Yeah, I guess we don't know what the hell they faced to get that while they were up there, do we?
No.
There's no chance Sal's gonna let that out of her sight, though.
No, but she knows I have it, so if I decided to stash it somewhere without her knowledge, I mean, I don't.
I'm trying to decide if I'm more comfortable with it being left alone on the mountain, or more comfortable with us bringing it to this seat. And I don't know the answer.
I was
really
gonna say,
don't.
funny you should ask, because that's why I'm coming to you.
That's a great question. Did you ever use your identify on the feather?
think I did, but Niall told us what he knew of it.
I'm wondering if maybe we just can't get a little more information.
Well, I can do that.
Here,
So
do it
yeah,
now.
as we walk and talk, I'll do another ritual.
I'm gonna take off my leather overcoat and I'm gonna act like I'm putting it like over you, Davina, to like keep you warm, so that you can take out the feather without anybody seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just like cover you with like my extra overcoat and kind of like wrap it around you.
I'm gonna turn to Elaine and be like, "Oh, look at the two of them getting cozy, Elaine. Ooh,
What I would have expected, but good for her.
how? Oh, this is so exciting for Davina. She hasn't. Oh my God, she hasn't dated in so long. Oh, this is so good. She's been so busy with work all the time, trying to make deals. Oh, we just had to get her out of her cova.
Anytime she has dated. I don't know of any time she has dated. This could be huge.
This is huge. All right.
Okay, but we have to stay cool.
Yeah. We'll play cool for sure.
We'll play it completely cool.
Yeah. They won't know that we're keeping eyes on them at all. Yeah.
They don't know that we know.
We're really good at playing it cool.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know that we know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They don't know. We know. They know. We know.
I know that you know that we know that you don't know that we know.
All right. So Davina, you are ritually
Lovely.
casting Identify on the feather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So again, as I'm looking through the text of the spell, you cannot identify any specific spell that is affecting it. You do not glean that it was created by a spell. You do recognize that there is magic associated with this item. There is a power, there's an arcane force, but it is not something that you have ever come across before, and it is not something that the creators of this spell have ever come across before in a way that they can identify it.
Okay. I just huff and I put it away, and then I tell Val it's nothing new. It's old and ancient magic, and nothing that I'd be able to know.
I mean, that's still kind of helpful. Knowing what it's not is not as helpful, but it's still pretty helpful, even if we don't know what it is, you know?
Yeah, but then we're back to the question of what do we do with it while we're...
I think if we want to learn more about it, it might be the only way to do it.
Okay.
I don't love it. If you want somebody else to carry it, I'll understand.
I'd rather not. Sal, I know you have an aversion to it. I don't want Sal to have her hands on it. I know Jasper has an aversion to it.
I think, honestly, Elaine might be the best one to hold it. I think it would affect her the least, but I don't know. I mean,
It might affect her the least. The issue with Elaine holding it is she might unwittingly let someone that we don't want to know, like Kiva, that she has the feather. It's just the nature of Elaine.
Just a heads up, I believe you told Kiva that you have the feather.
Yeah.
You talked about
We
the feather
did.
last time.
I think we talked about it in the abstract, right? We didn't say that we have one. Jasper asked, like, hypothetically, right? Did we tell her?
Good point. Yeah, I don't think she knows that we have one.
We haven't explicitly said it, no, but I was pretty overt.
Yeah. So like if Kiva's putting the dots together, then she knows.
Hypothetically,
if we did this.
Also, I don't
explicitly said, because you asked her what it was, like what it could be from, and you mentioned that you had it. And
oh
she was
yeah,
like, probably it might be. There's a good chance it's from a celestial.
I think that's
okay.
correct.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
That is
Also,
right,
I
right.
don't have
Yeah.
a physical aversion to it, if that's what you were thinking.
No.
Okay.
As a section.
No, I don't think.
Jesus, Theo, you are on one today.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Oh. I mean,
I don't
honestly,
know.
Val, I think
Emotional
Damage!
I did add that one.
Sudden.
I did add
Oh
that
my
one. I'm sorry.
god.
Oh, yes. Belle, I think it's honestly between me and Elaine, and I mean, I
think
would be
you're
fine
right.
with.
I think it's your call. You're the one that has it. If you want to stash it somewhere, I'm with you. Because honestly, if it were out of our lives, I don't know that I would be that upset. But I do think it's a doorway to more information that we may need. That's my only concern. Otherwise, I would have had you throw it off a cliff a while ago. Not that you would have had to, but I would have requested it.
Yeah.
Can't
No,
carry it.
I agree with you. I think knowledge is power. It doesn't necessarily mean we have to use that knowledge.
But if you feel the slightest bit weird when we get there because of
I
this,
will
you
announce.
let me know,
Yeah.
and I'll take that thing and I'll fly it off the mountain. Because
Okay.
I'm not sacrificing you for information.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. But thanks. Yeah, this definitely makes me feel better about having it. So.
You look cold. Hang on to the coat for now.
Oh.
Oh my god.
You turn around, Davina, and Elaine and I are just like,
I'm gonna slow down. Yeah, I'm gonna slow down a bit and catch up with the girls.
I'm gonna scoot on up to my boy Val. So, that's two more than two females that you've talked to in the past like 24 hours. That's more than I've ever seen you talk to.
I
So,
talk to plenty of women, first of all.
second of all,
It's just not something I make a point of.
well, I'm making a point of it now.
No, actually, while you're here, I had her cast Identify on the feather just to see,
Yeah.
and it didn't come up with anything new, but I think that might actually be helpful information. You know what I mean? Like, we know that it's not certain things.
It's like not man-made or whatever, kind of.
Yeah, it's for sure
Yeah.
like a natural thing, or at least older than anybody who's ever identified anything.
Okay.
So, she was asking, do you think it's safe to bring it up to the seat?
I don't know. I think what is safe also, like safe
Mhm.
for us or safe for it? You know,
Um,
like safe for us, it could go either way. Like it could be if us having it when we get in there and maybe we can have it's an offering that we could give it back because those things were very specifically wanting it back. So like we could make the play that we're returning what was stolen.
the thing I'm most concerned about is this snow, right? This phenomenon that we're seeing.
Very woo
It
woo.
seems to suggest that there's a breakdown of barriers, or at least one barrier. If whatever it was talking to. Actually, I don't know if anything was talking to Sal. I don't know if I was part of that conversation. But if anything connected to this feather is on the other side of some barrier, and those barriers are getting thinner,
Yeah.
that's my concern.
And
But I did tell her as soon as anything gets weird, ditch it. It's not worth it.
yeah, I feel like that's the best course of action. Um Also, don't try and change the subject, okay?
Good.
Well,
great pivot.
I'm pivoting back. So, which you can pursue both? I mean, that was really
Pursue
cute.
both of whom?
You got you gave
Fell the players.
you gave Davina your coat, and you had a really philosophical conversation with Kiva.
Yeah, everybody's favorite hookup culture. Deep
Oh,
philosophical
I didn't
conversation.
say you don't strike me as the hookup man. I'm saying, I don't know. Are you into either of them in that kind of way?
Let's just say my lightning's not the only thing that can lure a thing or two.
That's disgusting, but also not an answer to my question.
It's the best possible answer you could have said to that.
Oh my god.
That's lightning lure. No,
Tavina gets yoinked back. Just
into a dip.
No,
And so
thanks.
Jim exactly
Catches
was like,
catches her in
Like a
one
decent
arm and
little
dips
break
her.
commitment.
Meanwhile, Vol's like, woo!
What is this sensation you're feeling, Val? I haven't felt this sensation before.
I think we've got more important things to worry about for now.
All right. Just trying to help a brother out.
You know, I always appreciate your help, Jasper.
Yeah. I've successfully wooed a woman in my life, so I got you if you need help.
I always appreciate your advice.
If you are trying to hook
I
up,
would love just like Jasper's pickup lines. Like at some point, you just need to have a list of like Jasper's.
I was about to say, I'm like, if you're
Ooh,
trying to
one
just
thing.
like, don't get with one of them, probably not the best there. But if you're trying to woo a woman, I got you.
That's a conversation for later, but I'll come back to that.
All right.
Focus up. Let's go.
I believe the gals were having a conversation as well.
Gal pals.
Yeah, Elaine, play cool. Hey, Jeff.
Okay, what is
Hey.
going on?
Nothing. What's
you-
going on with you?
are you-
What happens over there?
Are your
I
your
look
cheeks just
Elaine
flushed
dead.
from the
I look
wind?
Elaine dead in her eyes, and I'm like, Elaine, tell me what is going on.
I don't want to.
I
Not a lie.
I'm back and be like, oh, exactly. It's just omission of truth. Yep, just pivoting. Yeah, Deb, nothing is going on. Just yeah, your cheeks like, are they red from the wind or anything else you want to tell us about?
Oh, yeah, I was cold. Yeah, and well, it's not
Inside,
okay.
we know that.
Wait, what?
Like you're cold. Like you know you have a cold exterior, but we know. We know you more. We know. Like, you know it's not. Yeah. Anyway, okay.
What?
you're warming up to
You're
someone. is
warm
all. That's all.
inside.
You have a yeah, you're warming up to someone. Right? Huh?
Seemed
No. Absolutely not.
hard. No. Why?
Insight check.
Yes!
Let's go. Let's go.
Can I help?
Insight check. Yeah.
I would say, yeah. Go ahead and roll that. It's peer pressure. It's
We're
2 against
both
1.
stuck.
Peer pressure.
Yes.
Against Davina,
Oh.
against your. Don't forget, this is against your persuasion or your deception check, which girl can roll high on that. So.
Well, I got a whopping 9, which is so high.
I don't think she can
It's-
roll under. I don't think she can roll under.
You can't
that.
roll under a 9.
No.
No.
So you can throw whatever the hell you want.
So I mean, Davina, I would imagine you beat it. So tell her whatever you want.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, I did. I'm gonna like continue to deflect, and just say no. There's nothing going on there. But I mean, if he wants to give me his coat, he can give me his coat. I mean, you know how it works. If you want something, he didn't give me the ring, but I got the coat.
Hmm.
That's so funny.
Yeah, you always do have a good target. Okay. Well,
It just seemed like cozy.
Well, you know me, girls. There's always an ulterior motive.
It's true.
Well, you
But
know
you
what
didn't
happens outside of
you didn't
Rokova.
actually you didn't actually think that I was actually.
I mean,
Well, yes.
you're
Oh.
out of Rokova. You know, you're on your own. You're on an adventure.
Oh my god,
in the
it's vacation
wild.
boyfriend! It's vacation boyfriend!
Yeah!
And then when you go back to
He is-
school...
We're so
Exactly. Yeah, it's real fun. Yeah, you deserve a little
He
fun
is, like,
day.
Came on this
rooted
way,
in
had to
outdoorsy
explain, direct
areas
from
who are
Domingo.
more like manicure.
No. If batting my eyelashes is gonna get me feeling more comfortable up here on this mountain, then it's worth it.
How comfortable
Well,
are
let's
you
just
trying
say
to
it
be?
seems like, yeah, your charm is working.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
This is like, I wonder how other DMs are, because like other DMs are like, we need to do all of this really mechanical stuff, and I'm like, I would sit here and watch Real Housewives of Zholmyr all fucking day. Like, I would sit back and watch this show all day long. But whatever.
And then Violet's just gonna be like, okay, Davina, but like whatever you choose, just know that like he's a 2-for-1 package. So like, gotta make sure that you get to know Vol a little bit more too, okay? Because we can trust him, but we don't really know who's living in this farm.
He's sleepless in Seattle. He's a single father.
I did not even
I'm
think
just
about
I'm just
that.
saying. You gotta think about these things. You gotta think about
I
it.
did not read the bio on that one.
Has anyone
worry,
read
this is what
One
friends
Dark
are for.
Window?
No, what's that?
No, damn it. There is a there is a character who has a entity stuck in their head, and she has sex with someone, and that entity is like forced to like watch.
Okay. Okay.
God.
And that's Vol.
I will not be reading that.
Well, anyway.
It's actually a
Well,
fantastic
right.
book. I highly recommend it.
No, not till Vol's at least 18.
So in like 18 years?
Yeah, or he might age faster. Who knows? But okay, yeah, Davina, the coat. Well, anyway, you look really dashing in this jacket. Anyway, so suits you.
I know.
Speaking of pockets, how's the feather? Have you noticed anything about it since we've gotten closer to the seat?
No. I haven't noticed anything about it. Have you been thinking about it?
Maybe. Just now that we know that it's part of a celestial being, how
That
cool
was
is that?
potentially corrupted and turned on its fellow stewards?
Yes, but
Not great.
as trusted and magnificent Kiva said, we don't know if it's good or evil. So it's not necessarily a bad thing for me to have heard that voice. That's what she said. And I trust her.
Well, yeah, you trust.
You trust whatever is good. They're gonna
Exactly,
reinforce
yeah.
your own
So-
desires.
I thought that was really, really reassuring to hear. I will admit, I didn't sleep well last night because I heard a voice on the wind. And no, like this one wasn't in my
Slightly
imagination, or at least I
concerning.
don't think it was. Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Like
What
this
did it
much.
tell you?
Just the typical, you're close.
Oh, well, if that's not fucking ominous, Sal, what the fuck?
That's terrifying.
But Elaine, how many haunted or corrupt artifacts have we found for Davina through the years, right? Like, there's always something a
Okay,
little
I'll counter
off
that
about the
with
things
this.
that we collect, and
How
then, you know.
many do we hold on to like a souvenir?
And how many talk back
I don't know
to
about
you
you,
with a
Elaine.
dark cryptic voice?
Listen, there's a first time for everything.
Sal, this is making me feel
It's
very yucky.
There's a
It is
first time for
concerning.
possession.
Okay,
Yes,
can we,
yeah.
here's the thing. Can we not argue, or we're not arguing. I don't argue with you.
Well, it's definitely. I'm concerned this much.
I'm concerned this much.
So we'll meet in the middle to be mutually concerned this much. Let's all agree
Okay, we're all
on the mutual
concerned.
level of concern.
I cannot agree to my level of concern.
Here's the thing, Sal. Can we just put the talk about the feather on hold until we're off this godforsaken mountain? Until we know more. You agreed until we know more, and we don't know any more yet.
Well, we know a little bit more. But yes, we know what it is now. We just don't know who is talking to me.
That's the part that scares me the most, Sal.
That's really
Yeah.
scary.
But we might find out today.
Exciting.
Getting more information.
Yeah, we might. So, balls to the wall. Let's go.
Yeah, but just hold it. Just you keep hold of it. Hold it close. Don't touch it. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, Sal.
Mhm.
So are you. I know this is really hard for you, but
I'm just so curious. But
I know.
if it's talking to me without me touching the feather, because we're getting closer to the seat of power, I'm just going to create a psychic link with both of you so that I can tell you when I hear voices in my head. Is that cool?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good
Okay, great.
idea.
I did not just throw my dice. For 6 hours, we'll have a psychic link.
Okay.
And I'll tell you the second I hear that deep dark voice in my head.
Okay. And I will do what's best regarding the feather, I promise.
Okay. Let's keep going.
As you guys are finishing up this conversation, Kiva comes up from behind, and she goes, "May I have a word with you?"
Of course.
The 3 of us?
Me?
No, not you. She points to you, Elaine, and she says, "You."
Of course.
She
Be
begins
right
to,
back.
when you say that, she basically turns and starts walking at a faster clip so that Davina, who's already kind of struggling to keep pace, starts to fall behind, and Violet with her. She's basically trying to, separate you from the other two.
Sal, does your Violet link, can I talk to Elaine, or is it only through you?
I think we can all talk to each other. Let me confirm that, though.
Ooh. Okay. Well, then yeah, I'll kind of glance back at Davina and Violet, a little confused, but then catch up with Kiva and keep pace with her.
She walks, then she turns and kind of gives you a sharp glance as she continues to keep stride, and she says, "Tell me, Elaine, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
How are you bearing? Do you feel the cold?"
I feel more so the effects of cold. I feel that it's a little more difficult to move my joints, but I don't feel. I don't shiver.
No. You don't feel that chill that creeps beneath your skin and permeates across your chest and your limbs. You don't feel that bite that gnaws at your cheeks and your face.
I don't have skin.
No, I suppose you don't.
Have you never
It's-
seen an automaton, something like me?
I am being completely honest when I say, Elaine, I have never seen anything like you before. You say you do not feel the cold, you do not feel the harshness of the wind upon skin that you do not possess.
No.
Strange.
I am strange. I'm not human.
And yet, you share the same gift that us beings of flesh and bone all possess.
It is what?
A soul. That being, that part of ourself that transcends the physical. You see, from my people, from where I come from and what I do, we are trained in the ability to sense the power of the quintessence, the pieces of the quintessence that are the spark in each and every one of us. Most people know that concept as the soul, the non physical part of our identity, and I can sense it in you. Where did you come from?
I thought I knew. I was. Well, I don't know. I believe, and what I have believed is that I was constructed to be a shield, um, a holy symbol, basically, a decorative piece of living armor for the soul shepherds. Um, but that I was defective and essentially disposed of because I wasn't the most obedient shield. But there are pieces of my memory that are missing, or that have been missing but have been coming back piece by piece. I don't know exactly now where I came from or why I am the way that I am, but I know I'm different than average automaton. I can
Yes.
bend rules.
We do not see much of your kind in my jungles, but I know much about what the mages and architects of your civilized world, their creations. I know that no matter how they have tried, they cannot fill the role of a true creator. They cannot create life all on their own. Which is why I continue to be drawn to you. Somehow, somewhere, someone made it happen.
I have a soul when I am not supposed to.
It's the first I've ever heard of an artificial being possessing that same connection to the great life force of the world.
What do you think? It's difficult to ask. I don't even know how to ask the question. But what are the implications of this, you think? Are other automaton also souls? Bound to bodies? Bound to orders? Or am I the only one? I feel like I can't be.
I could not possibly say. I am not attuned to the engineerings and machinations of every artificer in the world. But what I do know is your very existence opens a whole new realm of questions. The implications of which could be very far-reaching from my jungle to your capital.
Suppose so.
Yes. Well, I am glad I found you on this mountain, Elaine.
I'm glad you knew to revive me.
It was a hunch, a curiousness. I was searching for something I was certain would not be there, and lo and behold, your soul called to me.
It feels good to be seen.
Yes.
Be heard.
Well, in that case, keep speaking.
Will. Thank you, Kiva.
She gives you kind of a curt nod and just keeps her walking, staring into the snow.
Elaine will kind of like slow her pace a little bit, and then look behind to see Davina and Violet.
I have like my arm through yours, Davina. I'm like, okay. Whew. And then in your head, you're gonna hear, what did she have to say?
Did I have a soul and it called to her?
Of course you have a soul.
This is new information. I don't know. I guess I maybe wanted to suspect that I had one, but it was all an idea. I thought it's. I don't know what this means. I have so much to tell you both. I've been having. This is not the time nor the place, but after we get off this mountain, there is somewhere we need to go. And someone we need to
Okay.
find. But we need to get Garland to spill all of the information she has. Violet, do you remember a tinkerer?
Yes, we do. Oh, I don't remember a tinkerer, but I'll never forget, Elaine, the first day that we met. We were, and by we, I mean Garland and I, we were on a mission, and I went out scouting because I saw a fire. And when I got to the fire, I saw you fighting ferociously against these elementals and other beings around you, and you were fighting for your life, and I've never seen someone fight the way that you did that day. And it was then that you became a part of the crew. But it was interesting because you don't feel the cold, so why was there a fire? I think that you must have had someone else with you, but we didn't see anyone. Actually, yeah, that's
I don't
weird.
remember. I thought I I think there are pieces missing in my memory. I don't know for sure, but I think Garland may have erased things. I don't know how, or maybe I just
Would.
have blocked this part of my brain. I don't know. It feels easy to pick her as a villain because she's already hurt so much, but it's something's broken. I don't know. And I need to find that tinkerer. I don't even know their name, but they must have been there.
Elaine, when
They
we get
must
off
have.
this godforsaken mountain, I will do anything in my power to help you figure this out.
Thank you. I'm figuring out how to speak my mind.
Don't stop.
You've already made progress.
baby steps, right? But getting better. Ooh.
So you guys have been walking for a while now, having these conversations. Multiple hours have passed by. I'll just say, these conversations have taken place scattered amongst all sorts of different tracks because you guys are still kind of catching your breath. It's high elevation. In those moments where you feel a little bit more energized, you're going up and having these conversations. So as you continue to walk, you notice that the blue effect that you used to only see out of the corner of your eye before is definitely becoming much more apparent and widespread. It's becoming very obvious right in front of your face. And at this point, it's been multiple hours. You are getting tired. You wonder if there is even like if it's even possible that you could reach the summit of this mountain that you've been climbing for days in these harsh conditions. When you hear Niall's voice call out, "Hey, is anybody seeing that up there?"
I'll jog ahead.
Are we seeing any of this up there?
Give
What
me
are we
whoever's
seeing
trying to
up there?
We'll scurry up.
whoever's trying to really get a look. Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm immediately in scouting mode.
Everybody?
If you're trying to see
Yeah.
what Niall saw.
Oh, let's.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Ooh,
13.
not too shabby. 22.
Go by.
17.
Nice. Jasper, so I should say, Vel and Elaine, you see what look like maybe like shapes out in the distance. It's really hard to tell because you know how like when snow falls and it whips around, it's really disorienting and it's hard to tell exactly what is like up and down and left and right. And so you do think you see some shapes that are fairly static amongst the very dynamic moving wind and snow. Jasper, you look a little closer and you realize that one of those shapes, it's a tall structure. It's a very tall structure that seems to be going straight up and down. And maybe you mention this, you call out Violet. You look at it and you realize that's not just a tall structure, that's a tower.
All right, we got a tower. That right there looks like a fucking tower. I think that's where the seat is. Everybody, can everyone not see that? It's clear as day.
I'm like wiping snow off of my eyes. Just like.
All right, we'll trust
I
me.
want you to
I see
install
it.
little windshield
Plainly.
wipers.
All right, Niall, you got us here.
Yeah, okay. I guess this is it. Huh? We're gonna go see what this is about. Yeah?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gird your loins, people.
So you continue to make your way forward. With every step that you take, the vision slowly does start to solidify in front of you. And as you get closer, what you see is a very large tower. At least 100, 150 feet tall. That sticks straight up out of a massive crag of rock that seems to kind of jag and lead directly to what could very well potentially be the summit. This tower is part of this massive other structure that seems to be hewn into that crag itself. I mean, I hate to constantly make these comparisons, but like think kind of like Helm's Deep type vibes, right? Like,
Hell yeah.
it's the tower is sort of this central piece, and then you notice that there are some other kind of uniform type of like lines and structures that is too proper to be a natural occurrence in the rock. There's definitely some of these pieces that looks like there's been some rock collapse, etc. But there's enough of it that you notice this is a big stone structure right into the side of the mountain.
Well, I don't know about you, but it doesn't seem that special to me.
It looks
No, I
pretty
mean-
scary.
I kind of thought it would be like, I don't know, better.
No.
Well, for starters,
Eva, this
it's
is
a
the right
tower
place?
on top of a mountain.
No. Kiva, this looks right?
Are we close enough to like get up to it, or is it still in the distance a bit?
If you want to start getting close, you aren't like right up against it yet. You're at the point where it's come clearly into your vision, but you're still a little bit ways back.
I would probably start getting closer up to it to try and like inspect it more as like from somebody who comes from like buildings of stone and places carved into rock. Like, just inspect it as like one to appreciate it. Like, what is this like really really rough? Is it like really beautifully crafted, like carved into the stone? Is it like something that maybe the Earth Ganassi would have made? Is it something that's just completely foreign? Like, kind of like all that I'm trying to get a vibe for as I get closer to it.
Sure. Is there a part that you're trying to kind of inspect first, maybe, or that you're
Just whatever part we come up to first, just to appreciate like the rock of it, basically.
Yeah, I would say you probably go towards like the tower first, since it's such a central structure. It's such a huge piece. So you get close to the tower. One of the first things that you notice about this tower is it is not made of individual stones stacked on top of each other. It is not made of brick. It is not made of, stone like building blocks. It is a perfectly smooth, perfectly cylindrical slab of stone rising straight up into the air.
Totally normal. This is totally normal, everyone.
I'm gonna take my scythe out and I'm just gonna kind of like tap it on the side. Does it like, I don't know. Just I'm just trying to get a feel for this. Like, what is it? Is it hollow? What is it?
Yeah, so you tap it on the side. It's you don't get the sense of perfectly solid rock. It seems like it maybe has something on the inside, but the stone is still fairly thick.
But the outside is solid, like single piece.
Correct. Yes, there are no line. I don't know what the words are in like bricklaying or stone working, where it's like you can see the kind of like the creases in
Beams or
between each.
something.
Yeah.
Mortar.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. There's no mortar. There are no lines.
Is there a door anywhere?
So
Get in?
you're getting close to inspect as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
While they're approaching, can I scan like the top and like looking for like if there are like ramparts or places where people would theoretically pop out to attack?
Yes. So you're looking up, Violet. You're looking for a door. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Violet, you do a little bit of a walk around, giving it a nice wide berth as you're still trying to figure this thing out. And what's very interesting, maybe strange about this tower, there is no door. There are no windows anywhere near the ground here. It is solid stone. Jasper, looking up, it's tough to make out through the wind and the snow, but you do notice up at the higher parts of the tower are these kind of shadows that suggest that there are openings up top. Maybe a window, some sort of like just opening ledge or something. There's 3 across the top.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find a door, considering the things that used to live here didn't walk. Well, I mean, they could walk,
They could
but why would?
fly.
You think I should get up there?
Oh yeah, Mr. Fly around and do the fly thing.
Yeah. Can you bring anyone with you?
Bring a rope.
I can carry one person probably. I can
And a
bring
rope?
Sure.
Can we tie some ropes?
How
Let's
high?
tie some
how
ropes
high up
together.
How high up is the ledge that that Jasper saw?
It's about 80 to 100 feet high.
I've got 50
So-
feet of rope. Does anybody else
I too have 50 feet of.
another 50 feet of rope?
I do.
I don't have anything because I was in prison.
Ha!
Yep, I've got 50 feet of rope.
You were allegedly in prison.
Allegedly. Well, not even prison, but kind of.
I'll grab Sal's rope.
Here you go, take it.
I'll tie them
Fisherman's
together.
not. Fisherman's not.
Yeah, no, good hardy knot. I will cast Fly on myself. And again, you see, even in the midst of this wind, the blue, like, traces of the snowflakes, as they kind of fall around me, they whip into, like, this purple, with the way the wind whips around, it's just these purple flurries, and you see, like, this spectral, almost like shadow of myself just kind of, like, emerge out the back, and I will lift up off the ground and go
With
up
me.
to the
Bring me.
first ledge.
He's such a show off defying gravity like that.
Yeah, you tell me, can
Song defying gravity.
can I bring Jasper with me up to the top? If I carry him.
I've been trying to think.
Spider monkey.
In the fly spell.
I'm holding on tight.
See. Give me.
I'm a spider monkey.
Velterra, give me a. I'll say just a straight strength check.
Yeah, no, really, really good. I think I go wrong here.
While all this is going on, I am hyper aware of the feather in my pocket. If anything changes or it feels different, I'm overly sensitive to it.
Yes, ma'am.
15.
Okay. I mean, you're not a weak person, but still, like flying another human up 80 to 100 feet is still a little bit of a task. But you do it. You manage to do it. You basically scoop him like under his arms, like this, and it takes a little bit of exertion, and you're tired from the hike, but you fly him. You make your way up the face of the tower, and you go up to the central window that's up at the top. Inside, from the outside, all you can see is just the blackness of the interior of this tower. There is a slight ledge there, with a few pieces of rock that have kind of since fallen away from the inside or something like that. But you are able to land on this ledge with Jasper.
I'll drop you off, and then I'm probably gonna pull out a torch. Unless, actually, do I have dark vision? Hold, please.
I do. I imagine you would.
Where oh yeah, dark vision 60 feet. So I'm just look into the darkness of this place and just see, like,
It looks bad.
first off, yeah, what's the first, like, just off this ledge that I see?
So what you see is that the ledge then goes down. So this seems to be some sort of like entryway, potentially, that then continues in a straight plummet down.
So basically a walkway for things that can fly.
Pretty much. And I will say your dark vision is 60 feet.
Yeah.
You can see a faint outline of a bottom.
Okay.
So it seems that the distance down is not quite as high as the climb you had to make from the outside.
Are there any?
Is there anywhere to tie the rope off up here?
Yeah, I'll say there's some of the rocks that have fallen are quite large, um, and seem to be like wedged in there pretty good. And the weight of your party members is probably not enough to dislodge those boulders
Okay.
from the ledge. Also, just I should point out, we do need folks to move over to roll 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
What I'm gonna do is
Da-da-da-da.
I'm going to give Jasper the rope. I'll say, tie that off. I'm just gonna see what's down here while I still have this up. And I'm going to step off the ledge and just kind of glide down in sort of a spiraling circle and just keeping an eye out for anything in there that I can see as either being a threat or otherwise interesting.
Okay. So, to give you a little bit of context here in terms of what you're actually seeing as you open roll 20, do we have it?
Yep.
Okay, so
Mhm.
you are all down here. Velterra and Jasper, y'all have moved up here basically. And so now, whoops, Velterra, where you are, you can now see. Actually, can I do? I'll just do this. You can now
Whoa, this looks so
see
cool.
This is huge.
There's so much that we can't see.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
there's
terrifying. Oh,
dead
Okay, oh, there's
things.
blood. Okay, so while Valterra is doing that, I'm gonna start climbing up. I'm gonna look to Elaine and Davina and be like, okay, you guys, I'm super comfortable climbing, so why don't you two go first? I'll take up the rear.
I am very worried about slipping and crushing you with my body, so I don't know. I don't know about the order.
Do you want me to go first and I'll show you how to do it, and you can just mirror my
Yeah.
movement?
Elaine, take up the rear. I'm gonna do also air of superiority as we're climbing. So any attack made against me from a creature within 30 feet is at disadvantage.
Nice.
All right, I will ask for everyone who is climbing the rope to make an athletics check for me.
I was hoping for acrobatics.
Yeah, you gonna-
Acrobatics is for like dodge and shit. You gotta pull yourself up.
Are you gonna flip your way up the rope?
Oh yeah, like a fucking Cirque du Soleil performer. I don't know.
Climbed a rope before.
Exactly. Oh no.
Can I, since I'm the one who tied it off, can I assist them?
How?
So she's climbing
Okay,
the
here
rope.
we go.
I'm also pulling the rope up.
You're gonna pull all three of them?
I thought they were climbing one at a time.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have to lower the rope back down.
Yeah, you just drop it.
You just drop it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what I get with a -1.
What'd you roll?
7, but I have a power that I can use if I fail an ability check using a skill or tool that I'm proficient in. I'm not proficient in athletics. Okay, yeah, it's really a 7.
No.
Okay,
Well, it's 6, right?
it's 6.
It's a 6, yeah.
So Violet, who's just out here and made this kind of grand. I can climb a rope. Let me go first, and then you guys come after me because I can climb ropes really good. She goes to start climbing, and that's when you have this. You climb. You make your way about. I would say you get probably about halfway up, so you're a good 40, 45 feet in the air.
Ooh.
It's really cold up here, and you are not your hands and the grip strength that you need to be climbing this rope. It is not what you expect. Yeah, you can climb a rope. You never climbed a rope on the summit of a mountain in a blizzard.
So fucking cold. Come on, okay.
You climb, your grip slips, and you find yourself
Ah!
starting to slide down the rope.
Oh, fuck.
What are you doing?
Ah! I'm just gonna try and use, like, my legs, like, just, like, between the rope between my legs, my thighs, to try to squeeze it to stop myself from falling.
Okay, for that, I will say just a straight
Ah!
dexterity check.
Okay. Not good.
No.
7.
Jesus.
My whole body's too cold. Fuck.
Okay.
Ah.
The clothes you're wearing, unfortunately, are not super conducive to try to
Wait,
gain.
this I can re-roll because I'm proficient, right, with
Okay.
dexterity.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a saving throw. It's just a dex check. Actually, you know what? No,
Oh, okay.
no, you know what?
Okay.
No, because I'm looking back at this. This would be a saving throw. You are saving yourself. I will
Saving
say.
throw?
I will
Okay,
say this counts as a saving throw.
Then I am proficient. I'm going to use my
As I'm saying it out
I
loud,
think
I'm like, no, this would be a saving throw.
Yeah, because I'm literally saving my ass. Okay, this is a bolstered knack. So if I fail an ability check using a skill or tool in which I have proficiency, I can re-roll one of my psionic die
I don't mean to be
and
the
add the
bad
number
guy.
rolled to the check.
It says check, not saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Well, does a saving
tried.
throw? change
Everyone
the total?
collectively, we all tried.
It should.
Oh, it does a little bit. Yeah, it added 3, so I have a 10. I rolled a 10. It's middle of the road, okay?
I will
It
say
is
in my
good.
head, 10 is what I was looking for to save. So
Let's go.
that makes all the difference in the world. So you go. You have this moment of panic, but your body. Violet is a kinetic person, right? Like she moves to action quickly. And so you instinctively take your legs and basically scissor them shut around the rope, and your thighs are able to catch the rope. And Jasper, who have been like trying to hold the rope and slowly start to move it up, just feel it go like taut and like swing.
Fuck. Ah!
You okay down there,
I'm
sweetheart?
good. I'm great. This is exactly where I wanted to be. This is exactly what I wanted. It's fine. You can't see my face, but I'm like, good.
All right, I will say you can restabilize yourself, reorient yourself on the rope, and go ahead and climb
Okay, I do.
the rest of the way up.
Okay, cool. Do I have to roll for that, or am I okay?
No, you're okay.
Okay. I get to the top, and you see my face, Jasper, and you have never seen Violet's face look as frazzled as you do right now. So I'm gonna be like, hand.
Okay.
I am debating whether or not to be an asshole.
What on earth?
Do you know what I'm about to say, Jess?
No,
Are you gonna like?
Exhaustion.
You have a point of
Oh my
exhaustion.
god. Just...
because I'm exhausted.
Here's the deal. For now, the scene has played out. We have done it. I'm not going to make us redo that whole thing again.
Okay.
But you do still have your point of exhaustion.
Oh god. We're gonna do very well.
Oh my god.
Okay, great. It's gonna be fine. So, Jasper, I take your hand.
Yep. I pull you up.
You pull me up and like, don't tell Vel you had to help me.
Okay. No one cares
How
but you. You
echoey
know that,
is
right?
Is
It's
this tunnel?
very echoey. It is an literal echo
No.
chamber.
Is there a chance that I heard that?
No.
100%.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
Devastating.
I'm
Also-
gonna look at Elaine, and after watching Violet and the chaos that just happened on the rope, and I'm just gonna say, well, fuck me. Can you give me a boost up?
I can carry you if you need. You can just hold on. Like,
Oh, I just was gonna ask for a boost up, like, just, you know, yeah, you know,
fun. Yeah, like Princess Bride. Like,
yeah,
Get you a free 5 feet
you
before you climb
wish.
95 more.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
All right, Elaine, give me that old strength check.
Oh, strength
I mean-
or athletics?
I'm sorry, athletics. Thank you, athletics. Yes.
Yeah, I got a 24 athletics.
Okay,
Oh,
ma'am.
Shit.
It's
Like a-
my one good thing.
She's
Like
strong.
Fire monkey. So, Elaine, who has mentioned that she is noticing some physical ailments of the cold, is not one who loses feeling in her fingers. She doesn't lose muscle strength. She works her way right up this rope like it's nothing, with Davina on her back, like a little baby baboon, picking to its mother, just going up.
A beautiful baby baboon.
A beautiful baby baboon.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
A beautiful baby baboon.
As we like get over the ledge, I find Sal and be like, hey, this is the way to go.
The Elaine Express.
I look at you. I look at Elaine. I was like, absolutely. I'm getting a ticket next time for that.
I'll have to
Oh.
start
All
charging you guys.
right.
This would be a real moneymaker.
So,
Like you're the kid that ran up the stairs and we took the elevator.
Yes, I'm faster that way. I don't like waiting.
So
all right. So you have all since made your way up to the ledge.
Are Kino and Nile with
oh,
us on the ledge?
Yes, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I realized this while you guys are doing that. Niall is gonna kind of call out to you guys and be like, guys, I think someone probably needs to stay guard out here. You know, just in case someone comes. And I have that connection with Violet, so what if I just stayed out here and didn't go inside the big
No,
scary building?
that's a good call.
okay, but
Yes.
now remember I gave you
Sure.
that boost, so you shouldn't be afraid of anything.
No, I know you're so right, and that boost is gonna come so much in handy for my scouting guard time.
You're gonna be the best one ever.
I'm gonna be the best scout. Remember, my job is mountain, not inside scary stone building. So I'm gonna stay on the mountain.
I guess that would have been in the small print in your contract. You're right. Yeah. So just holler if you see or hear anything strange.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
And remember, you don't need to actually holler. You can just mentally holler. Okay.
Oh, I'll do both. If I see something, I'm gonna scream like a little child, but you're gonna hear it too. So.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Whatever floats your boat.
During all
and
of
then-
this, because I have fly for 10 minutes,
Okay.
so I feel like that would have taken a few minutes for them to get out there and everything. So during that whole time, I was gonna be kind of like flying down to the bottom of this
Yes.
and just kind of inspecting what's down there.
Yes. So a couple things while this is all happening. You come off the ledge and you start to head down. One thing you notice, there is another rope that hangs from the other edge of the ledge and drops down into the pit.
That makes sense. Okay.
As you get to the bottom with your dark vision, you're able to look around. You notice that there are these strange-looking creatures. There are 3 of them that are strewn about the bottom of this tower. They aren't really like anything you've ever seen before. They're vaguely humanoid, but they almost look like some kind of like goblin human yeti combo. It's really hard.
Is Kiva with us?
Hobgoblin?
Yes, she's up at the top with the rest of the crew. on the ledge.
Hobbygobby?
Is it
It
a
is.
mind goblin?
No.
It's a mind goblin.
They call it.
Mind goblin D's nuts?
You walked right into that.
Emotional, damn
Just-
it!
Top 10
No,
animated trail.
I just
Oh my gosh.
wow.
What?
I cannot believe I walked.
What did he say?
Madness. Madness.
You didn't walk, you
Listen,
ran.
Madness. Jail.
I
Jail.
don't
Jail.
even think we have to.
Jail.
You don't even have to ask yourself.
Straight to jail.
Yeah.
And then Belterra fucking explodes. It's crazy.
I'm retiring as a player from that.
Crazy.
Oh my god. Oh man.
I
Arguing
honestly
Bell.
thought you said mine, not mind.
Nope.
But
Mine.
I heard
mind gobbling these nuts. That's good.
Um,
That's good. That's good
anyway.
humor.
Can I go around and just like, when I get down to the bottom, can I just kind of give a quick rummage through them and just like, are these like weapons that they were carrying? Or are these just like peaceful little things that were murdered by probably the circle?
So one of them has a large wooden club. And the others are they're not carrying any weapons. They do have relatively large claws. They kind of have like some large fangs.
Okay.
They don't look like necessarily like they're not humanoid enough where it's like this is a person that is like dead on the ground. Like these are beasts.
These are things that probably live down here that we may or may not come into contact with.
Potentially.
That seems like a solid guess.
Potentially. Yeah.
Okay. And then is there an exit to this?
Yes. So as you also look around, you notice that there are two doorways. There's one right here, and there's one right here.
Okay.
This one seems to lead to some sort of. It's not here in the map, but it's less of a doorway and more of kind of like an archway. And there's like you see like the top step of a set of stairs that maybe head down. This one is more of kind of like a door.
Okay. The door that is closed.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go jiggle the handle. Is it open?
Yeah, it moves.
I'm not gonna open it, but
because it's not. The other thing to mention too is these are not like wooden doors. These are like stone slabs.
oh, okay.
That move. They're large and they're heavy, but you're still able to kind of like as you push it, it does shift.
Okay. I'm not gonna open anything. I'm gonna head back up and just kind of like wait for the rest of them to kind of come down the far side. Does the rope look old, like it's been here for like centuries, or is this like the circle probably used this rope when they were here?
This is a circle rope.
Okay. Well, good news is, guys, there's another rope, so we don't gotta do a whole switch the rope around. You know, we got ropes up and down, so we're good.
We should still take our
Oh,
rope.
more ropes.
No, we should leave our rope going down the other side in case we need to get out of here.
But what if we need more rope?
Does nobody else have any rope?
I have perfume.
You're right. That's the same thing.
Oh my
We
gosh.
probably should grab it because we don't want anyone else to use it if the circle comes back. I mean, they'll probably have their own equipment, but we can save them a little bit of time. Save ourselves a
Mine was
little bit
also
of
on the
time.
other side in the event that he needs to, you know, come in after us. He's also our lookout.
That's true.
I'm gonna vote for leave it.
Okay, we can leave it.
If we need it, we can come back and get it.
Yeah, it's fine. And I'll meet you guys down on the ground. And then I don't know how much time I have left on fly, but I'm gonna fly down to the ground until it's done.
Yeah, you can get one last little dash down to the ground with your fly.
That's it.
And the rest of you are gonna shimmy on down.
Shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yay, shimmy, y'all.
It's about a 50-foot drop this time.
Drank. Yes, shimmy.
Yeah, I'm gonna shimmy as well.
Okay. No rolls this time to just go down a rope.
Okay.
Who has dark vision and who does not? Jasper, Vel,
Oh,
have
Sal,
dark
do we?
I'm looking.
Are you both Vila?
We are.
Yeah. I don't think we do. Wait, no, yes, we do. Sorry. Yep. We both have dark vision.
Is
Up
it
to
an
60
entire
feet.
party of dark vision?
Yearly?
Is she frozen?
Elaine?
Sorry, my audio cut out for a second. What was it?
Do you have dark vision?
I don't believe I do. Let me check really quick.
I think you're also frozen. Your video's frozen.
Your video's
Yeah.
frozen.
Oh,
But we can hear you.
shoot.
We can hear you.
Well,
Okay.
this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you're frozen in a very like stoic, inquisitive position where you're like looking
I see
down.
the frozen video and I'm like, oh god, why? No, not like this. Oh, weird. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure this out. This is fun. This is good.
Try just turn your video off and on. Might work.
That's true.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yep, there you go.
Hey!
No problem.
Ah!
I should work in IT, you guys. I should work in IT.
Whoa.
She's
It's
back.
so crazy. She's back. So,
She's
while I try
back.
to get my headphones working, let's see.
Did they stop?
Yeah, they just like disconnected for some reason, and then everything else went to shit. So that's fun. It's fun. Fun experiment.
The world.
Weird. Anyways, for the rest of you, and Elaine, because she's still part of that group too,
Yeah.
you all shimmy down the rope. You make your way in to this area. You see the same things that Valterra sees, these little kind of corpses of these weird little beasts strewn about, and the two different, what do you call them? Like thresholds.
All right. We want
I
to
walk
be
over and I
stealthy.
tap one with my toe. Like, okay.
It kind of goes like.
Ugh.
Like the sound from
Right.
Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is lovely. All right, let's sneak. I don't want any of these to find us. Yeah,
Hey.
Where are we going?
be
Do you guys
stealthy.
wanna go down, or do you want to go out that way?
Let's go.
What are we looking for?
I was always.
Do we
I'm al-
feel anything?
When in doubt,
What do you mean?
Sorry.
always make a left.
Not this
I was gonna
again.
say follow your nose.
Not this again.
When in doubt, always make a left. That way you
Oh,
never get
God.
lost.
I'm gonna turn to Kiva and be like, okay, Kiva, you're the one who kind of knows what we're looking for. So, what direction should we go in?
I don't know exactly the way to now. I've never been to a seat of power before. I imagine there will be some sort of a central area that houses the power of the Celestials. This is a fortress. It's meant to protect something. But in terms of exactly what that something is, your guess is as good as mine, Vila.
Make a left.
My name is Violet.
Violet the Vila.
Okay. It does have a ring to it, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Can I do a vibe check?
just.
Can I roll for vibes?
A vibe check?
Vibes.
Yeah. Which way vibes?
I support this, and I'm also going to turn to Davina, and in your head, Davina, I'm going to say, hey, is the feather by chance giving you a direction to go in?
Is it?
Are you going to take it
If
out
I
and try to...
put- No, I put my hand in my pocket and touch it. I leave it hidden away.
It's got a little bit of that same
No?
kind of static energy that like the snow had, but it's not like speaking to you.
Telling you guys, when in doubt, make a left.
If I walk towards one or the other of the doors, does the little static electricity get stronger? If I move from one door to the other?
Not in a way that you can pick up.
All right, I agree with Val on this vibe check. So, which one of these in terms of like the fight and the dead creatures, like if there was a battle, which way did the creatures? Does it seem like they came from? Can we tell any sort of direction from the doors?
Give me investigation.
Yeah, are there any bloody footprints from the circle?
Yeah. Well, I rolled a whopping. I think I need a dunce seat or something. A 10.
Yeah, I mean, they're strewn about in a way that suggests that there was probably a little bit of back and forth combat before they fell. In a way that it's
Okay.
they've moved around this room probably a fair amount. It's hard to like you can't like parse out the exact order of operations that led to this battle.
Okay. Well, your guess is as good as mine.
All right. Well,
Let's just choose one.
Here's mine. I don't like having a closed door that we don't know what's behind it, potentially blocking our exit. So let's see what's behind that door before we venture any further down. And then if we need to make an exit, we
Two,
gotta
my lord. Sorry.
Door number 2.
Continue.
So I'm gonna head over and I'm going to move that door out of the way.
The one to the left?
Oh, did we want to stealth? Was that the whole plan here?
Yeah, I rolled already.
Mm-hmm.
Hold please. Hang on.
Rolling.
Let me also roll.
I'll give us all pass without a trace for the next step.
Nice! 33.
Nice.
Wow. 28.
Do I hear new music on, Theo?
Yeah, you guys are inside now. You're out of the storm.
Even with my disadvantage, I rolled a 33.
My God.
Pretty proud
I
of
got
that.
a dirty 20.
16.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious.
Okay. With that collective group cell check, pretty good all around, I would say. You push open the stone door. The first thing that you experience, Vel, is that smell of just like dead air. This is a place that does not get much ventilation. And a lot of the air is kind of just like dead feeling, stale. You enter into a new space, and you realize that there is a very, very long interior that you find yourself in.
Can I say, wait. Sal, do your thing. Check for boobies.
Checking for boobies.
Boob check.
Why is it
Boob check all around.
Hey, I'm rolling for boob. I'm rolling for boob. Oh yeah.
More of an ass man
Once again,
myself.
I'm like, okay, checked. Kiva, I won't. Okay, checked. Okay, cool. Yep. And then I'll actually go around the room and check for traps.
Okay, so I guess.
What?
What the hell is that?
Why? Eric, was that you?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Why is that sound listed on the soundboard as just sex?
Because
It
it's the
is
Pornhub.
It's the Pornhub intro.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I didn't even realize that. I don't watch porn. I'm a good Christian girl, and I don't watch Pornhub.
Oh my
Boob check.
god.
It felt right.
Oh, that's
Oh
okay.
my
That's funny.
god.
It felt right.
Sorry. Verdict is funny. Okay. Yep. All right. So, again, to reorient ourselves a little bit here, this is a very large room. I mean, are you trying to scour like pretty much every piece of it? Or are you trying to move in chunks? Like, what's your approach here?
As I'm moving still very stealthily, but like as I move, I'm looking for traps around, like looking side to side, making sure that as I'm entering, I'm not stepping into traps, and I can warn everyone else behind me if there are any.
Okay. Former DM, can you help me out? Like, what's a trap checking? Like check for
Investigation.
traps?
Investigation.
Investigation. I guess
It depends. So the way I normally do it is you can do perception or investigation, but they might reveal different things. Like some traps, maybe you can only find by investigating, and some
Got it.
traps you can only find by, or not only by perceiving, but you can perceive them, but maybe, it depends, like if they're hidden or not, kind of thing. Higher DC, kind of depends.
Okay. So, in that case, because the reason I'm asking Violet is because this is such a large space, I don't know if one roll is necessarily enough for the whole space. So that's why I'm asking, like, if you're trying to, like, suss out certain spots first, you can kind of move that way versus doing a sweep of the entire
Okay.
area. It's up to you. I'm just, like, now that we kind of are laying out how that works, it's up to you now to decide
Yeah,
how
like
you
the
want
way the way it normally would work is like if you're looking for traps on the ground, or I'm looking for traps on this door. It's like
I
individual
see.
rolls for where you're looking
Or
for
we can
traps.
clear like a section of a room first if
Right.
you want.
I would
Yeah.
say that's probably more where
Got
I'm
it. So I'm gonna clear, like, as far as I can move with my 30 feet. I'm gonna try and clear the ground leading up to this, like, whatever. Is that a little hole? Is that what's that?
Yes,
The
go ahead.
round dirt thing.
Decorative seal.
Yeah, like I'm gonna check for traps on the ground leading up to that and that.
Okay. So I forgot to mention too. I should also kind of to give you a little bit of a bearing here in terms of what you're seeing so far in this room. So this is a very elongated space, but these areas here are not walls. So I should also mention. Well, let me explain. Again, I want you to imagine almost like an airplane hangar. It's a giant open cavernous space, but there are kind of tiers to it. It's almost like it goes up in steps, like up the area. And at the very top of this like airplane hangar are these big open slits where there are other areas that like you would imagine the Celestials are kind of flying in and out of.
Okay.
Yep.
But it's all a little bit lower than the tower was. But so to orient yourselves further as well, this is a ledge going up. So you are at the bottom of the ledge when you stand here. This you can start to climb up over it, and it goes down to an area.
To the other side. Okay.
All right. So for now, you're going to make your way over to this area. So go ahead and make, like Eric said, either investigation or perception, whichever you choose.
And for the record, I am rolling twice and taking the lowest because I'm exhausted. That lowest was 13 plus 6, 19.
Okay.
Which roll?
Yes, good question.
That investigation.
Okay, beautiful. So you're looking specifically in this area. You're especially looking at the floor. You're kind of drawn to the floor in particular in this room. When you were in the entrance, like the tower entrance, it was stone. It was basic stone. It was very kind of simple in its design. There was nothing aesthetic about it. In this space, with what little light is entering from those kind of openings at the top, like of the airplane hangar, you make out there are intricate patterns on the floor. There is gold that sort of weaves through a perfectly smooth stone floor.
Ooh.
And you even recognize that up against the ledge, there are stone little tile mosaics inlaid in the stone that sort of like weave their ways all the way across the base of this ledge. It's very out of place in this harsh, rocky, cold setting that you see gold and color and art, but it is here in this space. And so you're looking for any signs in this beautifully ornately decorated floor for things that could be traps. But you're not seeing anything. And as you get closer to what you know noted was this sort of interesting spot on the floor, you look around at some of the markings. It looks like this was potentially maybe like the remnants of a very, very old summoning circle, teleportation circle, something like that that has now since completely lost its magic, and all that are left on the floor are etchings. But no traps that you can see.
Okay, I'll relay that. Okay, so far so good. Doing my thing. I'm not finding any traps. Just a lot of gold on the floor. Also, there's some magic shit here. This was some sort of summoning circle or ritual circle at some time. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. It's safe to come down, everyone. You can pop.
What's everyone else doing?
Hop, 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 hop,
Okay.
hop.
I'll bring up the rear, but
I just want to do a perception check, like, towards the back.
Towards the back of what?
Like, not moving further than Violet has gone, but, like, looking towards the end of this long room. Just with my elf eyes, and seeing what my elf eyes see.
Sure, go ahead. What do you see with your elf eyes?
13 on
Jasper,
the
what do you see?
die, plus 6, 19.
Okay. So you look through again with your dark vision, and this is definitely outside of. I mean, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure this is outside of your 60-foot range.
Oh, yeah, I can see to the table,
so
basically, I guess.
you can see past it. It's just foggy, right? Like I think you can see. Yeah. So it's like dim light. You see just faint stuff. But you do see a massive stone table with an array of stone chairs, and they're all huge. Like like for them to be that big and be that far in the distance, you're kind of like, all right, like the proportions are all off there.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna like walk over to the side and just like run my hand along the ledge and just kind of like look up at all the massive stonework that this is.
Yeah, are you trying to kind of like start to like investigate some of that what you see there, or is it just more kind of like appreciative?
It's a little bit appreciative, but I'll also just keep an eye out and just see like is there anything weird about it, but not like going in depth necessarily. Just probably more of like a perception check if you were talking about like one of them that I would make.
Yeah, it's I don't think that necessarily requires a roll. It's the ledge is another piece of what seems to be some kind of strange masonry or craftsmanship. The stone does not appear to have been laid. It also appears to somehow have been just shaped, and the tile mosaics that stretch all the way down the length of this ledge. They're also unlike anything you've ever seen before. The size and the detail and the intricacy of the individual tiles that make up these broad images, motifs, scenes playing out, all sorts of different art that just goes all the way down the wall.
I'll probably just let out a little bit of like a gasp is the wrong word, but appreciative sigh, I guess. Like, this is incredible.
Yeah, as we're looking at the walls, can I? It's pretty dark in here, right?
Yeah, there's very faint dim light coming from the openings up top, but yeah.
I'm gonna pull out the drift globe, rave globe.
yes.
And and light that and have it hover up about 5 feet above me, and kind of walk towards where Violet is to see more of the room.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I'll send my dancing lights out 30 feet as well from me.
Okay. So this room definitely now begins to illuminate from these different light sources. Valterra, as you are looking at these mosaics, all of a sudden they illuminate in bright color from the globe and from Jasper's dancing lights. So the scenes in front of you become even that much more vivid.
Is there
And
any writing on it, or is it just images?
it's all images.
Okay.
And there are mice.
Is there some sort of story that we can discern from the images?
Are you going up to take a closer look? To start to look at that?
Oh, where is it again? So this is what I was.
It runs the whole length of the ledge. Like there's all sorts of.
Okay. I think as I continue on and continue to check for traps, I am following the story, like the images are telling some story.
Okay. So, to Violet or whoever else is going with her to look, I will kind of describe a little bit more of what you see in these mosaics. So, the first picture that is all the way here, back against the far wall, shows the image of two beings, vaguely humanoid, that seem to kind of be entering into some sort of a dance together. There's a few different stills of them that work their way down, and they seem to be kind of mirroring each other's movements, sort of reflecting the positioning of the other in a way that seems very kind of symmetrical in how they look.
Mm-hmm.
As you move farther down the wall, there is what seems to be a burst. And from this burst, there are all sorts of images strewn about. There are giant trees that sort of sprout up from the burst. There are birds that fly. There are large, like, feline beasts and bovine beasts that charge out from the burst. And then there is what looks to be some sort of like a river and then ocean waves that also come down from the burst with all sorts of fish, scaled creatures, all sort of coming from this big central area. Working your way down further, you see what seem to be now images of almost like snapshots into different scenes. In one scene, there are mountain peaks, and at the top of the tallest mountain, you see the sun illuminated with these beams of light radiating off of it as these winged humanoids kind of fly and drift in different poses in the sky above the mountain around the sun. The next scene, you see a large tree sprouting, taller than what looks to be smaller trees of a forest around it, as these kind of, they're also humanoid creatures, no wings, move in different lithe kind of beautiful acrobatic poses around the tree. Moving down even further, you're making your way basically over here now. You see what almost looks like, at first glance, you look at it and it seems like a dragon. A scaly tail that whips and curls around. But as you keep walking, you realize that the upper half of this being is human. Long arms with webbed hands. A face with big webbed ears that spring out behind it. And there's a pair of them, and they seem to kind of be like in these sort of like swimming freeze frames in this shot. You are now at this point at the table. Jess, are you continuing to do your trap searching?
I am.
All right, go ahead and give me another check.
And I'm
following
also.
behind her.
Okay, I think Violet's in awe of the art that she's seeing and is a little dumbfounded by it. She's never seen anything like this before. That is going to be a 15.
Okay. The
Investigation
table...
again.
Okay. So you come across this table now. As Jasper was able to spot before, it is large. The chairs around it are large. Again, saying this only to give you an example. It's hard to say exactly what it is. But standing behind it with their arms outstretched like this are two large, vaguely humanoid figures. All around them, underneath, wrapping around the altar in sort of like the best kind of two-dimensional way that a mosaic can work, are the different beings from the other scenes. There are winged creatures that float above. There are small, kind of skinnier little humanoids that all sort of like join together. And then there are those long, scaly tailed beings that sort of like slither and kind of arrange themselves in different positions. All of them also have their arms extended, and there seems to be it's a it's a very vibrant blue color that emanates from these creatures all scattered about up to the two beings in the center.
Does this kind of iconography ring any bells or look familiar to me at all?
I'm not even gonna ask for a roll because I would say no, not really.
I just nudge Violet and I say, well, at least we're not the only ones obsessed with Crux.
Seriously. Oh, I think we're in the right place, Davina.
Kiva basically
I
steps
don't
forward.
think you're wrong. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Kiva, who has remained fairly quiet up until this point, kind of follows in your shadow, Velterra, as she traces the mosaics along the wall, and she says, "It is unlike anything I could have imagined. The steward races, here in front of our very eyes."
But it's not them, is it? It's just the memory of
Echoes.
them.
Yes, echoes, shades.
Does anybody have any parchment? I'll ask the group. Paper?
Yeah, paper and pen.
Can I take some of the paper? And I'm going to take part of a burned torch that I have. And I'm going to try to do like a rubbing of just that final mosaic as best I can.
Sure. Pretty easy to pull off. It's basic kind of charcoal rubbing.
And then I'm going to put that away in my pack once it's done. What is all this mean?
Let's
I'll look to Kiva. What does all this mean?
It's hard to say. For one thing, we're in the right place. This last image is strange to me. These two figures, I cannot place who they may be.
I thought of the twins, but they're not. They're not a part of what you have described.
Or the creator beings?
Yes, potentially. So little is known about them, but I would imagine the very first races to walk this earth would be a bit more familiar. As always, we find answers and are immediately shown tenfold more questions.
I
Me
have a
too.
question.
Yes.
No, no. Sorry, that's me asking the DM, not
Oh,
Kiva.
yes.
Do any of these faces look like the faces I saw in the clouds that night with Elaine?
I mean, you saw them very much at a distance. You didn't see much features, and they were more like silhouettes. And then these are like mosaics with not a ton of like facial details.
Fair.
But it's a valid question.
In that case, I want to look at this thing. While they're all looking at the mosaics, I don't really care about. I want to go look at whatever that is.
All right. Jasper, because we can move everyone in a little bit, anyways. But Jasper comes over here.
Yeah.
It is a large. I know it looked like on the thing it looks wooden, but it's actually a large metallic, maybe bronze, maybe gold. It's different from the mosaics. This is not necessarily an art piece meant to portray some sort of like beauty thing. This is potentially, as you look at it, you start to recognize a few different pieces. This is potentially an atlas or a map
Okay.
of of Zholmyr.
Does it look any different than how I know Zholmyr to appear on maps?
The basic shape is more or less the same. It's not quite the fine level of detail that modern day cartographers have been able to achieve. Is there anything specifically that you're looking for?
Nope, just looking for any differences, like things that jump out as like this doesn't look right, or B, anything that's marked, any places that are marked on the atlas.
Okay. For that, I will say go ahead and give me an investigation check just to see how well you can.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Ah! 17 on the dice, so it's 17.
Okay. There are a few sporadic markings. Most of it seems to be more or less geological. You spot some of the mountain ranges, even some of the large rivers that make their way through Zholmyr. There are a couple of marks that are less familiar to you. You're not sure exactly what they specify. They're kind of just a few little lines, and they're scattered in a few different parts of the map. But then you start to look more closely. You start up in the Zholmyr Mountains where you are now. Kind of a natural impulse to start to look like you look for that "you are here" part, right?
Sure.
Of the map. You notice that up at the highest peak of the Zholmyr's, there is a small etching of a humanoid with two wings sprouting from its back.
Okay.
You continue to look
Can
across.
I would say my eyes are immediately going to try and dart to the water to see if there is anything that looks similar.
Yes. You look out into the oceans, areas of Zholmyr that are more or less pretty unexplored. Most people don't really want to risk the dangers of the oceans. But you notice that far down in the southwest corner of the map, in a curled fashion, is the tail of a creature, as you saw on the mosaics, with a human head and hands that kind of stick up like this.
Yep, and then my eyes, kind of honestly ignoring the rest of the map, are going to go straight to Tilo Asari and look in the jungles for something similar.
You're able to pretty well orient yourself in that part of the world looking at a map to understand more or less like exactly where Tilo Asari is.
Yeah.
As Jasper's finger moves across the map to give himself bearings, he moves across the Federation of Fulara, he moves across the Heel Crush Mountains over into the jungle. He brings his hand down and rests his finger over where he knows Tilo Asari to be, and in that exact spot is another small, skinny humanoid with arms outstretched like this.
I'll call out and be like, hey guys, you know how we were worried that they might know where the other seats are? They definitely know where the other seats are.
Oh,
What do you mean?
fuck.
Oh, good.
Oh, crux. I am going to move next to Jasper so I can see what he's seeing. And then also point
follow
out
Violet
just
over
in a
there.
group. Be like, and we know the Celestials turned on the other stewards, and so I'm gonna regard this map actually as like a and then they mark their locations and so I'm trying to like put together what the other markings would then mean if this was indeed a war map that they used. Eva, we've got a big problem.
Yes. We do, don't we?
Hey, one bright side. At least one of the seats of power is home.
It is.
And we can get your family.
Well, my family's not there, but we will get them there.
But yeah, they're on the way.
The thing that I find a bit disturbing from this discovery is based on what I've been told. That is not where the seat of the Fae lies. And yet here, it is marked.
Wait,
So
where were you told that it lies?
She
hesitates for a second. This is clearly a piece of information that she has held very close for a very long time, but she kind of takes a breath.
We're all sharing what we know. If we're in this together, we need to know.
Very gently nods. I was told by the Cardinal that the seat of the Fae was high up, closer to the lands of the Wood Elves. She told me it was one of the reasons they guard that land so fiercely.
Who is the Cardinal?
She kind of takes another breath. She's the head of our faction. She is new to us, an outsider. But do you remember how I mentioned to you last night that we were told, we found out about the circle and their intent to find the seats? That knowledge was brought to us by the Cardinal.
Is she a defector from the circle?
Or a plant. Somehow.
That's the worry.
We put her through rigorous tests. She poses no threat to us, and what she tells us is genuine. Plus, we have reason to believe that she has a personal stake in stopping them as well.
Okay, but who is she?
Guess we'll take.
Do we know her name, or does she introduce herself as the Cardinal?
She did not share all of her past with us. It was part of her terms for helping us. We could not refuse the information or the intelligence that she brought us. Once we were certain she posed no threat to us, we allowed her to join our ranks in Tilo Asari in a way that was most comfortable and agreeing to her.
Where is she in Tilo Asari?
We have a base, a temple. Dedicated to the Lagisa and to our cultural ways.
Would I know where that is?
Yes, you're vaguely aware.
Okay.
Of kind of like a religious headquarters, more or less,
Sure.
in Tilo Asari. That the High Elves, even though they, subscribe to the Apex Prelacy, are more than happy to accommodate.
Yeah.
Within the city. She remains there for her safety. I've only met her a couple of times. But we keep close correspondence. We did.
Well,
The question now becomes, was she misinformed? And if so, if this is correct, how could we have gotten it so wrong? If we are wrong at all.
I know you're certain that she's not a plant, but I'm not so certain. And the circle has some sort of connection in Tilo Asari because they would not have been able to get my family without it.
Yes. Again, more questions.
Well, it seems like we'll be paying this cardinal a visit at some point.
I'm sure she will want to hear from me and a readout of my travels. And what we find here, the whole reason we came.
What else are we looking for here?
There's still more to this structure. I still do not believe any of this is the seat itself. It's hard to say. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but perhaps I'll know it when I see it.
Then let's move on.
Violet's gonna keep walking.
How high, like by that ledge by where Jasper is at that desk, how high is that? I can walk up and over it.
It's about a 25-foot tall ledge.
Oh, shoot.
When I was down watching, looking at the last mosaic, did I see any of this weird camp thing going on down here?
Yeah, I mean, were you turning around and looking at the rest of the area?
Yeah, as I was down there.
Yeah, so you would have turned around and seen 6 sleeping arrangements kind of strewed about, and the remnants of what looked like a fire.
Is the fire?
Oh, we know
warm,
they.
or is it all like cold and old?
It's, I mean, it's a like newer-ish construct, but it is definitely burnt out. Like there's no embers burning or anything like that.
All right.
Why they leave their beds?
How many people did
They're
Niall
coming
bring
back.
up? Do we remember?
Hmm?
Does anyone remember how
It
many
was 6.
Niall brought up? It was 6.
And remember, they left in a hurry, so they didn't have
Yeah, they
time to pack
definitely-
up their
they-
stuff.
they
Oh,
almost
that's
certainly left
right. Yeah.
They left running from this place.
Would it be easy for me to get up on that desk where the atlas is and then get up on the ledge?
So this, yeah. So sorry, I should have mentioned this one. This ledge is a lot shorter because this one leads down. So this one's only about like 6, 8 feet tall, and then yeah, like this goes down to an area. It's like the tiered system, right? So you guys are on like call this tier 2. This is tier 1. This area appears to be like tier 3.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper or call over to Elaine and Sal and say, "Come on," and I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna get up on that ledge and look over, look down.
Let's go.
I'll give her a boost.
All right. So
I'll be with her.
Up here over the ledge. She crawls up there because this is all
I'll
rubble
join her.
right here.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. She looks down and sees this.
Weapons! Give me them
In this-
Going up
weapons.
there.
In this room here, what you see as you look down, it's about a 15 foot, 15, 20 foot drop down into the room below here. You see a couple of weapon racks with a few old rusty weapons haphazardly shoved onto the rack. A couple of random assortment of kind of like armor and weapons that are on the floor. And then two large, the best way to describe it is almost like a mannequin, like a large fake humanoid with like pieces of armor kind of
Yeah,
strewn
used to
up
like
all over.
fit armor, I'm assuming, or like used to store armor. Yeah. Okay.
And there's no armor on them?
There's a few pieces. It's not like neither of them have a full set. But they have it. So like this one has plate armor and this one has half plate armor.
But they're like giant
Cool.
They're larger. The humanoids themselves, you would guess, are probably around like 8.5 feet tall.
size. Ooh, okay. And if I set the drift globe off into the room, can I see what this blue thing is at the end of the back of the room?
Yeah, this over here. Sure. So as you send the drift globe over, you notice that here there seems to be some sort of like a very large gemstone that sits on kind of like a cistern in the room.
Don't touch anything, Davina.
Also, I'm so sorry.
No,
Okay, maybe it's okay.
I will be back in 2 seconds. I'm gonna take a bathroom. I'll be 2 seconds.
Unacceptable. Hold it.
No.
Okay.
Quick, while he's gone.
Davina,
While he's gone, steal all his notes.
How?
do all the notes. Reveal all the layers.
Kenai.
Let's see.
Kenai, come get the notes.
Kenai, come on, bud. Help us out.
I haven't seen the bub.
He was probably laying on his bed.
Yeah. Where's Murphy now, Megan?
He is in his bed under my desk.
Any
right here.
arms? No.
He was earlier.
He's so funny.
What are we thinking? What are we feeling about this though,
This
guys?
is huge. I know. I'm a little scared. What we're gonna find.
I'm thinking it's gotta be a foot race against the circle to get to the seats, no?
Yeah.
Guys, we are 6 people against a giant organization of crime. How about
We can do it.
How about let's not do
You
that?
think the circle's here? Oh, I see. With the rope and everything that they somehow made it before us.
No,
Oh,
I'm saying
We know for a fact they made it before us.
Yeah.
They've already been here.
We are 6.
Oh, I see. Okay, no, like
we are 6 people now against a intercontinental secret organization.
Great band name, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. How about we get some allies that could actually make a difference?
You're saying that we can't make a difference?
No, that is exactly what I'm saying.
Jasper, we will get allies.
Oh yeah, where? Who?
Significant about this place because we don't even.
No, I agree. I'm saying after this.
Yeah.
First of all, after this, we're getting my family. That was the deal. Second of all, then we need to figure out who we can recruit to help us with this. We are not going to take down the circle by ourselves.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah,
You're
definitely
welcome
not
to
with
get
that
yourself
attitude.
killed. You are more than welcome to go get yourself killed.
Well, let's
We
keep
will
figuring out
survive.
what's
Okay, so yeah, Davina has a glowing orb. I climbed up with her, Theo.
Okay. Yeah, I think at this point I'm probably going with them to just figure out what's next because I think we've explored all there is to explore in this
Yeah.
room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, can I pick through if they left their stuff? Is there anything that I can pick through that would be useful?
I'm trying to think. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just didn't want to
Okay.
leave the stone unturned. You know me, playing Skyrim, I gotta open every vase, see if there's
Right.
anything useful inside.
How far is it down the next ledge?
You guys are trying to go down?
I'm looking over it, seeing how far it is.
It's about a 15-ish foot drop.
Walk across the rubble to see next area.
You're trying to go over here?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see what else we can find. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
where
is
your playroom's over there. You can find more weapons.
so the
Can we
rubble.
look in?
Hmm?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me just start with Davina. So Davina is coming over here to the rubble. It's a little rough. Like these are like piles of rocks that have kind of come down. And as you look out across, you do notice that like it's pretty like
Wrecked.
yeah.
Yucky.
Just rubble.
Ooh.
Create like
Okay.
a little bit of like a ramp to go down. Like, can I climb down the rubble instead of jumping the 15 feet?
Yeah, if you're trying to get down, I mean the rubble. Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna head down, like down here.
I'll call out to Val and be like, hey, if they have any arrows or useful weapons, let me know.
So I mean, I can also move across difficult terrain on the ground or floor at my regular walking speed because of Earth Walk. So I don't know if that helps.
I'd say this is floor.
Kind of get around there a little bit easier.
Those look like
Sure,
rocks.
Send,
Yeah.
I send the drift globe after him so he can see a little bit better.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you make your way down the rubble, and you come here,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the rest of the little space here. You're in a tiny room. The rest of your area, all the way to the left, has been completely closed off by the rubble and some
Okay.
sort of cave in. But you're left in this little kind of offshoot that seems to lead into the armory.
Is this a chest here?
It is a chest.
Oh.
Is it locked?
You gonna go test it?
Is it a mimic?
All right, you go over and test the chest. And I mean, again, it's. I couldn't find a better thing on Incarnate to show it. It's not a wooden chest. It's a stone chest. Everything in here is stone. I mean,
Right.
like it's so old that any wood would have rotted away a long time ago. But you're able to kind of slide the slab off the top of the stone chest, and inside you see there are a few different figurines. Each one seems to be made of gold. One depicts a winged creature, and then two are potentially what your best guess is those two other humanoids that were seen on the mosaics.
The two humanoids that weren't wings were like the creator kind of vibe, right?
Yeah, like that's the vibe, yeah.
I'm gonna reach in and just pick up the winged one
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of examine it. Like, is it? I don't know. Is there anything unique about it? Just a gold statue?
The thing that is a little unique about it, even for something that has been closed off in a stone slab for God knows how long, it is in pristine condition.
That should
It
be
is
magic.
immaculately carved. It does not have a blemish on it. It is a picture-perfect carving of gold. And heavy at that.
These seem relevant, though I don't know why yet. I'm gonna hold it up to the people who are back up on the top of the ledge.
Violet sees the gold and is just like, pocket it, pocket them.
I'm gonna put it back in the chest for a minute, and then walk into this room and just see if there's anything that might help anybody, like a sword for Elaine, arrows for Jasper.
Yes. Yeah, it's a random smattering of weapons, so it's really like if there's something specific you might want to grab, you can. They all are slightly oversized. They're a little bit larger. I would say there are a few arrows strewn about. They're probably too large.
Yeah.
For Jasper. Elaine is already larger than normal. There's a chance that she might be able to use something like this. One of the swords looks extremely similar to the one that she pulled off the celestial creature
Wondering.
in Scarport.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna investigate the gem.
Sure. Come over and you see the gem as Davina described it in front of you. It's a large light blue gem that it's not cut in a picture perfect way, but it does look like it has a few kind of attempts to shape it. And it rests in this stone cistern that is tucked neatly into the stone wall.
If I touch it, does it have that like electricity to it, like other things around here?
Are you trying to like hold out your hand to get closer?
Yeah.
As your hand pulls a little bit closer to it, you do
Die.
very much feel that same sort of kind of static tingle.
What happens if I touch it?
You lay.
He's touching it. He's gonna touch it.
You lay your hand on the gem. The static and tingling sensation that you had been feeling gets turned up to 1,000. You feel like a jolt and shock to your body. Warmth spreads out from your chest to every extremity here in this cold place. You hear in your head, Vol starts to talk, but you can't make out what he's saying. There's such a rush that's happening to your senses in this moment. It's all happening so quickly. Think of this literally within a matter of seconds. As you're trying to make sense of what you're feeling and what you're seeing, you recognize that Vol is now speaking to you from outside of your head. You turn your head and look. He stands right next to you and reaches out.
Can we see him?
Is everyone on the ledge watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're all watching this take place. So what you see is bright flashes of light come off of Velterra. One of those flashes doesn't go away. It begins to take shape next to him, becomes humanoid, and then on its face, two bright white lights where eyes would rest. It reaches forward and it lays its hand on top of yours, Velterra. And with that, the shock is so strong, you kind of yank your arm back, and the whole thing is like...
So I kind of like
I guess nobody learned the lesson of
Stumble.
me touching the feather, not to touch anything else.
stumble back from that for a second and kind of just like catch my breath for a minute.
You good, Val?
Did you also hear a deep, dark voice that was a little creepy?
No, stop trying to normalize that. It's not normal.
Stop trying to make dark voices happen.
Just me. Still just
What
me.
the hell was that?
A voice in the back of your skull. It was me.
What did you do?
I didn't do it, but what it was me. It felt it felt like how I feel when I think about myself. It was me. And I felt real. I felt alive.
I want to try something.
I love it. Eric is facing tough player decisions. You don't know what's gonna happen anymore.
Yeah.
Did it feel dangerous?
No. It was just a lot to handle.
Vol,
Yes.
do you think this gem could reside in your vessel?
Yeah, I have space for it. I mean, there's a little less room because I have some books in there. But it can sit next to the books.
I'm going to reach out again with the vessel in my other hand. I'm going to attempt to touch the gem and use bottled respite to immediately enter the vessel.
Alright, so here's what happens.
Oh.
Oh.
I was right.
You reach out and touch it. Instantaneously, the same sensation overwhelms you once again. But this time, also instantaneously, blinked into existence, Vol once again stands by your side. As you reach out and touch the gem, he does the same thing. He comes and he puts one hand over yours. With his other hand, he scoops the gem off of its base. And all three of you, Vol, Vel, and Gem, disappear into the vessel.
What just happened?
Wait, what?
Jasper?
We just lost Vel.
Huh?
We lost Vel. Nobody touch anything.
In the vessel.
Well,
No, this has happened before, guys. Chill out. He's just in his vessel.
In the vessel, what happens?
The shape of Vel, as you know him when he's in the vessel, stands before you, holding the gem. Vol doesn't have facial features. But sometimes you like to imagine you know his mood. And you think if there was ever a time you would have seen Vol smile, this is the biggest he's ever smiled. He holds the gem, and then he takes it and he kind of hugs it close to his bright blue chest. And he just says, "I'll keep it safe."
Good. If that's Something that makes you feel alive. I want to keep it.
I do too.
Just let me know if we need to get rid of it.
Uh-huh.
I'll take a step back and exit the vessel, leaving the gem behind.
Poof, you find yourself once again in the armory.
I'm
Did
telling.
anything happen when the gem disappeared? I'm telling you, Vol is actually the real villain here. Like
That's
Vol is
what
going to turn into,
I'm.
like,
That's where I'm at. That's.
a knowledge-hungering evil entity. Like, he's learning to lie. I don't know. He's learning a lot about human nature. I don't know. I don't trust him.
I see what
Okay.
these things are over here.
Oh, they're kind of just like, those are just kind of like buckets to hold miscellaneous stuff. There's nothing too crazy.
Alright, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna grab the 3 statues and put them in my bag.
Okay.
And I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
head back up to the top with everybody.
Mark those down, and back up you go.
Well, that was totally normal, right, Val?
Not the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me, no.
What exactly happened?
I went to go visit Vol.
Is that who we saw next to you?
Did you see him next?
What was that thing next to you? Yeah.
Yeah, that was Vol. He's a Cruxborn. At heart, at least.
Was that the first time you've seen him outside of your vessel?
No. He used to be permanently outside the vessel. When he was first born, I guess you'd say, he'd walk with me in the woods and we'd talk, and he's just like another person. But when I had my accident, he did something to save me, and it kind of bottled him away in my head, fused us together somehow. I'm not really sure. And this sort of piece of crux, rock, whatever it is, kind of keeps him tied to me.
Okay. Well, the next gem is mine, okay?
We'll see.
Great. Okay, let's keep going.
Was there a door down there?
Was there a door down there?
Yep, over here.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, let's go.
There's also, however, stairs over here that also lead down, which might be easier than climbing down rubble.
That's
For those
fair.
of us
Let's just
not
close.
adept
Let's
at
close the loop before we start moving up.
Okay.
Alright, to save some time, you guys come out, you come down the stairs, it's an empty room.
Okay.
We die. Damn it! I knew it.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
The seat of power is up high for the Celestials.
Okay, how are we gonna get up there?
Tracks.
Can I climb this rubble? Is that rubble?
That one, yeah, it is. I will say that one, go ahead and you can try. That one will require, what would that be? I guess also athletics.
Do I get advantage? Do I get advantage with Earthwall?
Can you read me exactly what the trait says?
Yes.
Also, I am right behind you. I feel like at this point we're all still together. Yeah.
So Earthwalk
Yeet.
says I can move across difficult terrain on the ground or floor without using extra movement if you're using your walking speed. I don't know what else I would be using, but yeah.
No, I think because this involves climbing like up a 20-foot pile of loose rubble.
Okay.
I'll say your DC's lower.
Well, it's not great. It's a 6.
I got nat 20, baby.
Yeah, let's see what I roll.
Oh.
Ooh.
Everyone's like struggling through the
I-
snow, and I'm Legolas, like on top of the snow, just chilling.
I got a 6, which is not good.
Davina did not do great. She rolled a 5.
Got an 8.
All right, me and you, girl.
All right. So here's what happens. Jasper, you follow Vel. Vel, it takes you a minute, and you have to kind of scramble. And there's a couple points where rocks start to tumble under your feet. You do make it up to the ledge. Jasper, having watched you climb, is basically able to copy your path exactly. And he shimmies up after that. Davina and Violet, who do not have that sharp eye of an elf, don't notice. And you both, excuse me, you both get about up to here. Oh, whoops. About up to here.
Are you gonna die over there?
Huh?
When a rock that you are climbing on, Davina, displaces beneath your feet. The rock then comes down, headed straight towards Violet, who has to jump out of the way, and falls on some other rocks, and you both
Oh.
fall right back down here, and you take 3 points of damage each.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's a bunch of
Ow.
Did Elaine make it, or is she down
Did
with
you-
us still?
I rolled an 8, so I think I'm at the bottom, and all of these rocks just like slam into me, and then you also land there.
Yes, so I will say,
Elaine!
you also take 3 points of damage as well.
Oh my god.
Oh no, my body!
And how high did you say
That was
the
a little
ledge is?
mini avalanche.
About 25 feet.
Okay, let's try this again. Stand up.
One more try?
You can try the rubble again, because
One more try.
it has
Yeah.
now been displaced and has tumbled down. The DC will be higher.
Okay. Hey, you two
Wait,
up there,
wait,
can you
can
throw a rope down for us?
No, it's still attached outside.
No, I'll give I'm gonna
Knew
give
we
the-
should have grabbed
the-
it.
Can I give the 3 of us Bardic? Or is it one at a time? Let me see.
I think it's one at a time. But then as soon as
Yeah, it
they
is.
use it, you can turn around and use it again.
Yeah. Okay, here's what Elaine, can I piggyback on you and give you Bardic?
Yes, that would be good.
And Sal, I'll give you Bardic after we go.
Okay, yes. Whew. All right.
And is this athletics?
Yep.
This is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. Let me roll. What's your Bardic? D8?
It's a D. Yes, D8.
Ah!
Wow. Nice. 24.
Okay, yeah.
Much better.
Woo!
Much better.
Much better.
Elaine, when you have not just your well-being, but the well-being of Davina now, you lock in. And you are able to pick out a way up these rocks, and you go up and join Velterra and Jasper at the top of the ledge,
Hello again.
which just leaves Violet.
She's got this. I
Don't
believe in
worry,
her.
everyone. I just rolled a 17 and then a 12. So I'll take the 12 minus 1, but plus that Bardic, which I just rolled an 8, gives me a 19.
Hell yeah, DC was 15. Well done.
Very well done.
Woo!
Violet also correct.
There it is.
Violet also able to shimmy her way up in her little roguish way to join the rest of you now. And let me go ahead and actually place y'all up on this ledge. And then Kiva will follow suit as well.
Laughing at
Ugh,
your failures.
why does she make everything look so easy? Yeah. Makes everything look so easy.
Kiva, she's a really cool climber. Kiva.
I really want to date check Kiva.
So as you climb above the ledge, you are able to make out this new space here.
Oh.
What are those little things?
I don't know, but there's a chest.
This... What do I perceive?
I'll send the drift globe in
Okay.
to help.
Yes, so what you see, it's another fairly large open space. These are what seem to be a collection of large stone or ceramic urns, like big old, like, tub vase things that are kind of strewn about here in the corner. There is another stone chest over here. And just from where you are at this point in the room, you can start to see the room opens up further to the right.
I'm gonna jump down into this room, or up into this room, whatever it is. Just kind of look up and around, just get my bearings.
So, this, I'll go ahead and just reveal the rest of this too, because I think you guys are going to make your way down here anyways.
Yeah.
So,
Because we didn't encounter any traps in the previous room, I'm being less careful.
you're being less careful or more careful?
Less careful.
Okay. My Violet. No.
Yeah, I mean, is anyone starting to make their way over here, or what's...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm making my way.
I'll be like, yo, Violet, another chest for you over there. Go check it out. You said next one's yours.
Don't have to ask me twice. Alright, I'm gonna go check out the chest. Some goodies.
So you come on over here. Unfortunately, with this chest, it does seem like there is some kind of, like the stone has kind of cracked on the top, and it's caved in a little bit, but in a way that you can't slide it off.
Is there anything for me to, like, break it off?
You could certainly try to break it off. It's pretty thick stone. So, like, your bare hands are probably not gonna cut it.
Can't get into this one. Maybe Elaine. Do you want to try to use your sword to smash through?
Yeah.
With
or
stone?
notice. I'll go over. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll try to.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Would I need to do like a strength or athletics or anything to try to get this open?
So are you like swinging your weapon at it? Are you swinging a punch at it?
Yeah, so what's the situation? Is it like wedged somehow odd or just...
Yeah, like the rubble from the cave into the left, it definitely came over and fucked this up a little bit. And so
Okay.
it's kind of like cracked and like wedged in a way where it's like you could either like break it further so you can slide the individual pieces off.
Yeah,
Or,
I think I'll
yeah.
try to do that. I'll try to break the lid a bit.
So I'll say go ahead and just make a attack against it.
Sweet.
Yes.
A 24 to hit. That is my number today.
Woo!
24 to hit.
Okay.
Is it like max damage or like what do I do? I don't hit objects often.
Go ahead and roll damage for it.
I do this. Okay, so 8 damage.
Okay. It's cracked further, and you're able to slide a couple pieces off. It looks like, yeah, you could pretty much maneuver it at this point,
Yeah.
and you can pull the kind of chunks away to reveal
Sweet.
what's underneath.
I do that. What's in here? What's inside?
Elaine, thank you.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
In the box! All right. So in this space here, you see another collection of different gemstones. These ones they're not the same size or luster as the one that Velterra found on the lower tier. But you do find an aquamarine,
Ooh.
a blue sapphire, and an azurite.
Ooh.
And
Yep.
what was it?
Azurite.
Mm.
Oh, love it. Like these.
I
I'm
start
ass-
to like hum a little bit.
I'm assuming that was
Are you
really
excited?
loud.
Probably.
So
It was
I'm
a
gonna
big crash.
start scanning where anybody could come from, so that we're not surprised if any of those goblin-like things are still here and most likely heard that and are coming to see what it was.
All right. So are you like heading down this way, or like you're trying to?
I mean, I was thinking I would like. First of all, what is this? Is this like a ramp that goes up? Or is this more like
No,
a
it's
wall?
just kind of like a wall. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, I should also mention, um, this whole area is not a ledge. It seems to be
the
a
top.
wall.
Oh, it seems to be a wall. Okay.
Yes.
So
You
like
can't.
nothing's
It's
gonna
not
come
Okay.
down.
correct.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'll move roughly here and just look down this hallway because that's where things would come from. I just want to put eyes on this area that we haven't seen.
You look farther down the hallway. Your vision does, because of your dark vision, you have 60 dark vision and then 120. So you notice, there is.
I do also have my dancing lights that I can send out in front of me.
Okay. So as you stand your dancing
Oh,
lights
no.
down, you do notice that there's something at the end of the hallway.
Moving?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay.
The
I'm gonna
Okay.
hold. I'm gonna stand here and just this is not like trying to discover more. This is more like making sure we don't get jumped.
Okay.
So, I'll turn back and be like, looks like there's more blood at the end of the hallway. Whatever
Get
caused
pistoled
it
out.
probably heard you guys really caring about treasure. So,
I like the
I
finer things in life.
yeah, well, I hope you like the finer things in death too, because that might happen.
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out. I'll meander my way closer to Jasper. The urns are like these big. They're urns, right? Is what you said. Can I peek my head in?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. As I'm strolling by, I just want to take a look.
Yeah. So they're all covered. So are you trying to kind of like slip the cover off one of them?
Mm-hmm.
So you slip the cover off one, and then your nose is immediately assaulted by a very strong scent, one that has been locked up for a long time. But it's not necessarily bad. It's just very strong. You realize it's the smell of unburnt incense.
Oh. Interesting.
That doesn't smell too bad. Okay. Noted. Seal it back up. Keep on walking. Really curious by the sword that is here.
You guys gonna come up here?
Everyone feeling okay? We want to keep moving in?
Well, there's the scary thing at the end of the hallway. So I'll come stand next to Jasper to sort of like assess what do we think we should do.
Yeah. Also, I just want to like, are we looting this place, or are we just trying to figure out, you know, other?
If you think the circle is gonna come back and not loot it,
I mean, that's fair.
I'd rather them not find anything that might be worth anything to them.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just do it
We can
quieter?
take this stuff and bury it on the mountain if we want to.
No, I don't.
respect,
I don't
but
care about that. I'm more worried about just like, are we trying to be stealthy, or are we just, yeah,
I think stealth is roughly out the window at this point.
yeah.
So
Give me
let's be
stuff
As
from here
I
on out.
walk down this hallway with everyone, do I notice any change or difference in the feather in my pocket if I touch it? Okay. Keep moving down.
Okay. Yeah, let's move. I see blood at the end of the hallway.
Yep.
So where you guys going?
I'll
Keep going
approach
down
the
again to see what's
blood
going on.
at the end of the hallway. With like, if you'll watch my back,
Yeah, I got you.
then I'll slowly start to get closer so I can get a better look at this thing.
Okay.
See what's happening.
Yeah, I'll probably head to the middle of the room here.
Same.
Alrighty. So
I'm gonna duck behind the wall. Yeah.
like over here.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. So Elaine, you slowly kind of make your way as quiet as you can up the hallway, and what you're able to see as you get closer to the end of this hallway had a stone wall that like blocks it in, but through some sort of cave-in or something else, this now directly leads to the outside. Based on where you are now on the tier system, it's definitely like a ways up from the ground from where you guys entered at the base of the tower. You do see that there is a large nest at the end here, and what looks to be something inside the nest.
I will approach slowly, and I'll see like if this thing is moving or if there's any life left in it.
Yep. So as you continue to approach and get closer, and again, don't go by like what you see in here because like Incarnate only has so many stamps. But
Yeah.
what you see in the nest here is a corpse that has been ripped open and feasted upon. It's hard to tell exactly what it is. It's so kind of disfigured in whatever has been clearly eating this, but it's humanoid in relative shape.
You've heard of girl dinner, but have you heard of bird dinner?
Oh man. Okay. Okay. Well, it's dead.
Gross.
But I'm gonna go to the nest and I'll examine it and see if I can find any gold feathers or droppings or shell fragments or anything. And I'll call Jasper and Vel over as well. I think coast is clear. It's dead, but I need someone with more animal expertise.
Yeah, okay.
Alright. So, as you approach the nest and call out,
No.
you
Come
hear
on.
from behind you
Oh shit! Oh shit!
low rumble that kind of turns into a mixture between a growl and almost like a bellow.
Bigger
And
dragon.
from the outside, coming
Oh
around
no.
into the opening, you see two very strange looking creatures looking back at you. Huh?
Two?
Toe! You're telling me
Uh-oh.
toe? I got toe fucking things?
I got two
Could we have
things.
started to close the
Hell.
distance a little bit?
Yeah, I would say you can
Okay,
start to
great.
close this, and I'll fix that in a second.
Yeah.
But what you see are two creatures that um it seems like it like blends the body of like a giant falcon with the head of a deer, like a stag, and it
Ooh.
climbs in on these
God.
two like fanged feet and sort of like continues to like bellow as its antlers kind of like rustle against some of the rock, and it sort of like flips out its wings, and then it unleashes a large loud screech, and that's where we'll call the session tonight and pick up
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch.
next time.
I'm gonna end the session though by like doing my mind link with Niall. You couldn't have warned us that there's some beastie flying into the
Oh,
tower.
also, Theo, I before we climbed up the rope at the very beginning, I left my ice dog down with Niall.
Oh, I completely forgot about
So did
that.
I.
Okay.
It's just chilling down with Niall because it could not climb the rope.
That's so perfect.
Okay.
So anyway, I started Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, Theo.
No.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that so
Done it. We
strongly.
are deep in this season.
Oh my god!
We are deep in the season now. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Session 10, we are very close to the end of this kind of first installment of Zholmyr Unbridled, so hopefully we can get one more session in before the long holiday break. But if we see you or if we don't, a very happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. We're excited to hopefully have you come back in 2025 and sooner, maybe, to join us on our story. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye.